The moment has arrived.
I pushed the button. It's going to work.
This is going to be scary good, man.
I'm sorry.
We're killing it. It's Maddie Levine with my good friend Dave Van Auken. Welcome to the Fight Banana Show.
The ruthless one, Elle Dawson.
Hey, guys.
Our girl, Gillian, the Savage Robertson.
What's up? How you guys doing?
Welcome to the Fight Bananas Show. 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern, only on Fight Bananas.
Is it Tuesday already? Let's freaking go. What is up, fam? How we feeling?
Good. How are you guys? Dave has to do the...
Every time.
Ooh, Liz.
Guys,
Grant Dawson needs to catch up, Grant.
Look at that. Look at that definition.
Ooh, Maddie, I saw you doing those.
Damn right I was. RDLs, Dave. Nice try. That's something else, but that's okay.
Oh.
That's okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
What's happening, guys? Welcome to the Fight Banana Show. This is your crew, Maddie Levine, Dave Van Auken, Elle Dawson. It is a solid, jam-packed show today, and I'm very excited. We have a lot of awesome guests. How was everyone's weekend?
It's good.
Good?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Amazing. It was Mother's Day. Shout out to all the mothers out there. Dude, my wife is amazing. The greatest mom of all time. She takes care of everything, takes care of me, my craziness, all the kids. So what I did, bought her flowers, gave her time by herself to do her nails professionally, and then bought her sushi. I'm the greatest husband ever.com.
You are. That was a good one. What did I do? I brought my mom to brunch. I know my mom loves two things. She loves quality time with family and a good martini. And so I brought her to a place where we spent time together and had caramel espresso martinis, and it was a fantastic day.
I usually am a huge fan of your dad, Maddie. He's like always on the show, but shout out to your mom. Wow.
Yeah, shout out to Janet. Janet's living her life out there. It's great.
I cannot call her Janet. I'm sorry. I can't.
No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't.
Shout out to Janet.
Yeah, shout out to Janet. I love it.
Guys, real quick. A new sponsor here to Fight Bananas. This show today will be sponsored by Productive Athletics Club. Look at Maddie Levine, guys. Go follow them on IG right now. You can even turn off our show. I don't even care. Go follow them and then come back to us. You know,
they have some sick apparel that I'm excited.
I love the lightning bolt.
Yeah, the logo's sick.
True story. Our dear our main girl Carly, she's killing it on the sponsorships. Partnerships and everything on the back end of Fight Bananas. So she showed me this brand. We know him, we went back and forth, but like she's like, hey, I'm talking to them. And like before anything was done, I was like, ooh, Carly, like I like it. Like their shirts are dope. I was like, I would wear it. I'm gonna wear it for the show soon. So I guess we're all gonna get care packages very soon.
Yes, let's go. I can't wait to rep them. That's awesome. If they rep Fight Bananas, I'm all about them. So make sure you go follow them on Instagram. I believe the latest Fight Bananas post on Instagram has them tagged, so you can find them there. So amazing stuff. So it sounds like we all had a pretty decent Mother's Day.
Dawson, you got a smirk on your face?
I know.
What's up?
Why are you smirking like that?
Why are you smirking, Elle?
Who's got you smiling like that?
I don't know, man. Isn't Grant Dawson in camp? Come on.
He's not even here.
Where is he?
Probably still at the gym, which is weird because he definitely got done an hour ago. He's definitely sitting in a corner talking to Mike Brown about something.
Okay, so I'm so glad you say this because
the juice.
Every time Ross and I finish training, I tell him one thing: hurry the fuck up. Because when I'm done training, I want to go home. Like I'm ready to go home. And our thing is now I'm like, okay, no dilly dally. And he's like, okay, maybe a little bit of dilly, but no dally. And like, I'm like, okay, I will allow the dilly, just we don't have time for the dally.
Why do they take so long? They just like sit in their puddles of sweat.
They sit in their puddles of sweat. And then people love to ask Ross questions. He loves to give his advice. It's like, it's such a thing.
Ross is a great guy. Let him, can he get a little bit of dally in? What's wrong with a man with a little bit of dally?
I give him the dilly. He needs to earn the dally. Okay. Okay. But it's all good. We have so many good guests today. I'm really excited. Elle, your teammate Azamat Bekoev joining the show. Love it.
LFA Middleweight World Champion.
I love it. He's fighting for LFA 186 pretty soon, so that'll be dope. Calvin Kattar joining us as well. I'll be seeing him this weekend for Combat Zone 84, and then we have a good friend Kevin Carrier joining the show, who's actually going to be fighting for Combat Zone, his first fight since 2017. So I'm really excited.
How crazy is that? Like,
I know
I haven't done anything in 6 years and do it again. Like, if I don't do it in 3 months, I will never do it again, ever.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't watch Marvel movie in 3 months, I'll never watch that movie ever again.
That's such a good point.
6 years.
Okay, so think about who you were 6 years ago. I was, what was I? I was, oh my God, I was 24 and I just met Ross, and I was, let's just say I was a shit show at 24. Okay. We're just gonna put it that way. I was not in MMA media yet.
So not much has changed.
Yeah.
Did Fight Bananas exist in 6 years ago, Dave?
Did it?
So it
Did you
did.
born yet?
So Fight Bananas was born, but it was an untamed animal. It was just out there in the wilderness.
It was
but a pipe dream.
Yeah.
No holds barred, just out there.
And then I came and nurtured it and became a mogul in the industry. And now we're talking with Dustin Poirier, and maybe have his opponent coming on real soon to talk to. I don't know. Whatever.
Hey!
Whatever.
You're the
if
worst.
He can handle the heat.
Just remind me the next time I have a secret to never tell
Dave.
Never tell Dave. There's no way you would be able to keep a secret.
I cannot you surprise Susie for her birthday.
Like, I know.
The real secrets I'm the best at. Like real legit live secrets, like real people secrets, I am the best. But Fight Banana stuff, I'm like,
I don't believe you.
Family here.
I don't believe you at all. Nate Ghareeb also joining the show, who's going to be fighting for LFA as well.
I like that guy. I like him a lot.
That's in the 2:00 hour. Yeah, he used to fight a lot in New England, so very familiar with him and his fight style. He's very, very, very fun to watch. So that'll be a cool interview. Who else we got? Am I missing anybody?
No, dude. Gillian woke up.
Yeah, not a little under the weather, so we're she's calling in sick today, and that's all right. She needs a little R&R, little rest.
That fight camp sickness is different. Like when
it really is.
Fight camp, it's just
it hits different for sure. So before our first, go ahead,
Maddie, real quick. I know you got something. Remember, we talked about it last week. I think you were off the show, dude. Friday is Gillian's birthday, so I just want to a little quick shout out. We were going to do something for her on the show. I had 5 videos. Her mom sent me her home videos when she was 5 years old.
Stop it.
It's maybe not. Maybe not. You never know, G.
Oh,
you never know.
That's so sweet.
It's what we do here at Fight Bananas. All right.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
She probably would have hated us.
She would have hated it.
She got to call in sick. All right, G.
Wow.
I see you, Gillian. I see you.
She secretly knew that you were going to put her on blast today. I think that's what it was.
Hey.
So before our first guest, I want to dive into what everybody's talking about, and it is this insane, epic fail in the boxing world. The boxing announcer calling the wrong winner of a female bout.
Oof.
And dude, I mean, I've seen this on the amateur level. This has actually happened to one of my teammates, but to have it happen on a main stage like that, it's wild.
How long did he correct himself right away?
Well, I have the clip for us. Let me share my screen here. Let me make sure I'm not showing you anything too risky here. Let me see. Can you see that?
Yes, we can.
All right, so let me play this here.
96-94, and Judge Nakamura scores the competition 98-92 for your winner by majority decision, and still the WBA Women's Bantamweight.
Awkward. Let's fast forward. Beep, beep,
it took a minute.
Yeah, look at this. It took like 30 to 40 seconds. Ready?
By the way, Nakamura, who had that 98-92 scorecard, will be the referee for Lomachenko.
95-95. Keeley scores the competition 96-94. Nakamura 98-92 for your winner by majority. Fighting out of the blue Carter.
Eek.
Sugar beats sugar.
Is this guy for real?
Oh, that was rough.
That was.
I just want to.
Was it the
I just want to
or did they give him the wrong card?
I need to rewind for a second. This is my favorite part.
Is this
guy
guy
said-
for real?
Is this guy for real?
No, he said it wrong. Like people are butchering. People are coming after that guy. He said the wrong thing.
Do you guys remember there was an Invicta show? Victoria Leonardo fought Stephanie Geltmacher, and they announced the wrong winner, and she got all the way into the back, into the locker room, and then they like brought her back out and redid it. I was like, oh,
Dude,
that would suck for both, because it's like you think you won, and then you didn't, and then if you think you lost a title. And then
if I won that fight or they told me the wrong way, I'm never coming back to that cage. Invicta can stick it. I'm not coming back out there.
Dude. Yes.
Wouldn't come back out.
This the boxing announcer's name is Dan Hennessy. And basically everybody's calling him Steve Harvey now because Steve Harvey and Miss Universe. We all saw that clip.
Oh gosh.
So apparently this guy is a former US Marine, and he enters to announce the winner. He says the wrong winner, Nina Hughes. And then the referee, I guess, looked confused. And then a few seconds later, they were like, oh my God, he fucked up. Like, yeah. So I just can't get over that. Like, that happened to my teammate on the amateur level, and it was like the most awkward thing on the face of the earth. So I can only imagine when like people around the world are watching this, like,
and I would have done real quick, and I know we got Azamat coming on here in a second. I just like would have really quickly read off the scores. Like, you don't have to do it all. Like, you already messed it up, brother. Just now.
Right,
give it the
right.
gossip. Like,
the
hey
fact
guys,
that he like,
why did you read the scores again? You said the wrong name. Actually, it's you.
Give us the. And dude, I put in the wrong spoon sometimes in my counter, and my wife goes off. I could not even imagine the woman whose name didn't say it right. She will never forgive that guy.
But like, also like the woman who actually won,
right.
like your moment was taken from you because it's so awkward. Like you just want to freaking die. So yeah, I feel terrible for both of them.
Dave, you've got 4 kids. You're trying to tell me that Colin doesn't get called Emmy sometimes, and you've got twins. Come on.
Yeah.
Not sometimes, every time. I call my kids by the wrong name every time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Talking about calling someone's name, let's get him on the show. He's been waiting in the green room for a minute. Dude, I'm pumped about this. Elle said over the weekend, hey, we could have a possibility of this guy coming on. I'm like, let's do it. We love newcomers, new time, first time ever being on the show. He is the LFA Middleweight World Championship, guys. If you want to be cool, look up the LFA Middleweight World Championship and their legacy, what they're doing now. They're not just in the UFC. They are thriving in the UFC. I'm talking about a lot of studs, guys like Brendan Allen, so many more. But ATT, Maddie, you got to say the name so I don't butcher it. It's my main man, Azamat Bekoev.
Bekoev. Azamat, welcome to the show.
Hi, guys. How are you?
We're doing very good.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Yeah. We're super excited to have you on, man. I see you at the gym all the time, obviously, but we don't get a whole lot of opportunities to chat and talk about like just your background and how you ended up in Florida. I honestly don't even know how long you've been at ATT. So tell me a little bit about how you ended up at the gym.
My first time. For a short time, it was my first camp here. And I like it. And then I come back to Russia, and I wanted to come back, but the pandemic started, and I couldn't come here. But when pandemic finished, I all the time wanted to training in American top team and
oh no,
USA. It was like my dream. And I came here because UFC want to be there. That's why I'm here, guys. So my English, I just started to learn English 1.5 years ago, and My English is not good enough, and don't be.
You sound great, man.
Yeah, you're killing it.
Yeah, you sound great.
You're talking better English than I am, my man. I'm the worst. Azamat. So I know you got a title match coming up in a couple weeks. How pumped are for you? I know you're in camp, you're sparring, doing everything like that. How pumped are you to defend your LFA championship?
I think we may have lost him. I'm not
I
sure.
think we lost the signal.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Here, let me send. Oh, there you are. That's way better. There you go. Better signal.
Better.
Oh, maybe. There we
Maybe
go.
not. We'll see. We're live, baby.
Diego Fiera in the chat. He just won a great fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear us now?
Well, that looks a little better.
Yeah. Sorry for that, guys. The Wi-Fi.
No worries. Are you on the Wi-Fi now?
Yeah. Right now
All
it's good.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we might be better.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Perfect.
Yeah.
This is what happens when we're live. It's all good. All
Anything
good.
can happen.
So, Azamat, I was doing some research, and I saw as an amateur, you said you used to fight 3 to 4 times a day. Is that true?
Yeah. Is that true? Because Russian amateurs is different. Here amateur fights is like a professional close. But in Russia, it's different. We fight 3 rounds by 3 minutes, and
Damn.
We keep losing you, man. Do you think, are you in the dorms? Do you think maybe in the gym area, the signal might be a little better? I'm going to send him a message real quick.
Yeah, let's do a little restart here. I'm just going to do this real quick. There we go.
Okay.
I did it. I got it, Maddie. I did it.
Yeah. Technical difficulties.
Try to
all
hop
good,
back.
though.
Yeah. Oh, if you could
I hope we can get him back on because his story seems really, really cool.
3 times you fight 3 guys in one day?
I'm dying to hear that answer because I was reading up on him, and before one of his fights for LFA, he was saying, like I used to fight 3 to 4 times a day, and he said it so casually, and I'm like, that's peculiar. I would like to hear more about that. So yeah, hopefully we can get it back on. And
did you guys see Diego Fiera was in the chat? He had like the biggest
Fajeda. Get your names right. Diego
Fajeda. It's all right. Yeah, just sit there. It's fine.
Hey Diego, come on our show. Please
Hell
do.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Fun fact, I think Diego Fajeda and Grant have been like almost set to fight
like 5 times.
Several times, yeah.
Wow,
and I think
really?
Diego was always down for it too. Like I think both guys wanted the fight. It just never quite panned out. I don't know if it was on the UFC's end or not.
Right.
Well, while we wait for hopefully we can get him back on here because he definitely has a fun story to tell. We had a pretty decent fight night over the weekend. I managed to catch a couple of those fights.
Oh, you watched the fights live, Maddie Levine.
I did.
Look at you.
What'd you guys think of it? What were some of your favorite moments from the weekend?
Oh. I love that the fight
without saying Derek Lewis because it's always Derek Lewis.
No. I love him in I just love that it was in St. Louis, a different crowd. The crowd was awesome, highs and lows. With Diego was one of the huge highlights of the show. There was multiple, but for me to have the crowd was amazing. So
yes,
yeah, I think he's still working on his connection, possibly. Okay. Oh wait, is he there? Should we give it a try?
Yep, let's try. Let's bring him back on.
Sorry.
Oh, I think we both clicked it at the same time, Maddie. There we go. We got you back. It's better downstairs, yeah?
Yeah. I found a place.
Okay.
Where is no fight, no sparring.
This looks so much better.
Awesome.
Yeah, in Russia we did 3-4 fights at the day, like in the Olympic Games.
Oh, okay. So this was during your Olympic days.
like this, yeah, but
Similar,
fights.
yeah, similar to the Olympics. Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's cool. What
I
is that?
mean,
What is
But
that
final
like?
fight was
yeah.
like professional fight.
Okay. Yeah.
It's it's so hard to fight with three, four fighters because all the fight you can get a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
After next fight, you will be with hurt in your eye, hurt your
Yeah.
leg, hurt something else. And after fight, I was like with a lot of
A lot of all
how it
banged
say,
up,
I don't know.
Black
Yeah,
eye.
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
black eyes cuts. What
yeah.
about
But it was
weigh-ins?
good experience.
Did you weigh
Huh?
in the day? Did you weigh in just once for like the day before, and then you were on weight for that whole day? Like,
No,
was it
the
like that?
same way. The
Like,
same day we stay on the scale, and then in 1 hour we start to fight.
oh
Every day.
wow,
1 hour, dude. This is the best. This is like one of the best stories. Like this is
Wild.
wild.
That's wild.
Well, fighting for the LFA middleweight championship is easy. Then this is like a walk in the park.
No, no. Professional is harder, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Professional fight is harder because amateurs they have a protection, headgear, shin guards, bigger gloves, and the time one round is only 3 minutes. But for professional fight, you fight 5 rounds by 5 minutes, and this is different. And professional guys want to hurt you, and
Yeah.
amateur guys just want to win. It's like competition, yeah. Just
Yeah.
touching, win points. It's different, but good experience. Yeah, I think so.
Dave alluded to this earlier. Dave was saying a lot of the LFA middleweight champions have gone on to do very well in the UFC. Do you think this is your last fight with LFA? Is there a good chance that you'll be getting that UFC call next?
I think so because Mick Maynard said if I get win by finish, they will sign me. They all
Nice.
the time tell me this. But I was injured 1.5 ago. My kidney was exploded.
Ow.
Yeah,
You
and
say it so casually. That's scary.
yeah, we are fighters, and I don't know. Before when I get it, I thought it's so weird. It's hard. How can I come back? But right now, I forget about this, and everything okay with me. I've won 5 fights after this, but it was only 1.5 years ago. I get surgery, so they made me surgery and keep my
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
and I just getting in shape, and I will try to get my finish and go to the UFC.
To
And,
Do you
have
still have
someone
both your
like
kidneys?
yeah.
Do you still have 2 kidneys or just one?
no, 2 kidneys,
Okay.
but I
Okay,
have
okay.
big
No.
scar.
Wow. So to have someone like Mick Maynard say,
I have big
"Hey,
scar.
if you have a finish, you're gonna be in the UFC." Is that a lot of pressure for you, or do
Yeah.
you thrive under pressure like that?
Uh, Before LFA, 19% my fights was by finish. But after this surgery, maybe I was not in shape. That's why my victories by decision. I think now I'm in shape and I will win by finish. And I'm not under pressure. If I don't get finish, I will just continue training and I'll be there.
Yeah. It's all about having the confidence in your skills, and you clearly have them. So,
Yeah.
that's exciting. So when is the next fight?
I'm confident because I'm training in ATT, and ATT is the best gym in the world. I think you know about it, and I have a lot of good sparring partners, Bellator champions, PFL champions, and I spar with them very well. I work with the best coaches, and that's why I have confidence. I work hard, and I believe that I will get finished.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
Right
the
now,
date
I'm
of
at
the
the,
fight. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I like that.
right
Got
now
the sign in the
I'm still
background.
an ATT, and the ATT helped me a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You stay at the gym, yeah? You stay in the dorms upstairs?
Yeah. Not upstairs. American top team have apartment too, and I'm living
Oh,
in
you're
the
at in
apartment.
the house. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah, and
really
this
cool.
is better for me because I changed my mind because I cannot. I don't want to live at the gym. Sometimes you have to change
You
your.
need a break sometimes. You need to
It's
get out of
nice
the
to
gym
go home.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Azamat, what's your favorite thing to do outside of MMA, outside of training and grapple and everything of that nature? What's the thing that you like to do just to blow off some steam?
So I love a lot of things, like maybe go hiking. I love chilling with my friends, just sitting with them, do barbecue, uh, to spend time with my family. That's all. What I just want to. Uh, I worked a lot right now, and focused in my career, and I just like to be recovered. Maybe sometime I just don't go to the nowhere because I just lay and recover. Yeah.
Lots of sleep. Lots of sleep.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of sleep. Yeah, this is my favorite
Is
one.
it hard being away from your family so much for training?
Yeah. I miss them a lot because no, when you train twice a day, you cannot to think about other things. You think about only how you can recover to the next workout, and how you uh, get better. That's why I don't miss them. I miss them, but not boring.
You have plenty of distractions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And after fight, I can go home.
There you go.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you excited? Excited to go
Yeah,
home
yeah.
in June?
No, I'm excited to fight.
That's fair.
It's like a holiday for me because right now we are only training for 25 minutes, and when it's close, I'm happy. I'm getting happy, and I just waiting for my fight. Can't wait.
It's coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
June 22nd, right? June 22nd is
Yeah,
the date.
June 22nd, Denver,
Excellent. All right. Well,
Colorado.
June 22nd, Azamat is getting back in there, and we look forward to seeing you back in there. Anything you want to say to your fans before we let you go?
Yeah. Thank you for all the fans who texting me, who support me. I'm appreciated, and thank you everyone who appreciate me, who helping me.
I love it. Azamat, your English is great, so you should be proud of yourself on that one. And best of luck in your next fight. We look forward to watching.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you for everything.
Come back anytime, buddy.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Azamat.
Awesome.
See ya. What a good guy. Love it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Stud.
Super excited for him.
That's-
Yeah. I think
know.
he's part of that next generation of UFC signees.
Woohoo.
Talking about excited, I can see our next guest already in the green room. He's probably saving a fight. When you're a promoter on Fight Week, a lot of stuff happens. So he's probably on the phone right now dealing with that. But guys, this man is to me, the Captain America of the New England Cartel. 23-8 professional record. He's got wins over Giga. He's got wins over Dan Ige, wins over Jeremy Stevens, Shane Burgos, and Lamas. Talking about the one and only Calvin Kattar coming onto the show.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me. I was just paying for someone's EKG right now.
There you go. I knew it.
Happy fight week, my friend.
We just booked a new fight. Depending on the EKG, Tom Pack's on the card now, Maddie. So
let's go. Awesome. Well, Calvin, welcome to the show. We always love having you. Combat Zone is this weekend, so very excited for that one. But how's life with you? You look like you're living your best life. Where are you right now?
Believe it or not, New England. Crazy, right?
Looks beautiful.
80 something. I'll take it. Just got a whole bunch of food for the grill.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, enjoying the little time away with the show coming up obviously this Saturday, and then I'm sure I'll be back competing before I know it. So trying to take this in while we can. We only get a couple months of it around here.
I know it's ridiculous. Yeah, fuck these Florida people over here. They're like living their best life. I'm like,
it's too hot for me outside right now. I'm staying in.
Dude, yeah, I see.
Is your diamond shoes too tight, L. Dawson? Relax, all right.
For real. Well, Cal, it's so nice to have you on, and we'd love to just catch up. You know, UFC 300 was a whirlwind. I mean, unfortunately, the night didn't go your way, but that experience must have been incredible.
Yeah, it was fun. Everything other than what I went there for was great. You know what I mean? I went there as a business trip every time. I go to get the win, and unfortunately, we came up short this time. But after you take things in, whether or not you won or lost, the next checkpoint is if you were healthy or not coming out of there. And then after that, you process, the money you made or didn't make and whatnot. So we got the second one there where I'm healthy, ready to go again, and just looking forward to the next time I get to step in there and compete.
I love it. Yeah, I mean, this was your first fight back after the injury, right?
Yeah, it was longer than I thought. I mean, when they said it, I didn't realize it was so long, but it's 18 months since last. Holy shit.
And Elle, are you going through the ACL recovery? Is that what's...
I am indeed.
So she's currently going through what you just had to go through, Calvin. Do you have any advice for Elle?
Yes.
When did it happen?
So I tore it in December. At least I knew I tore it. I think it was actually mostly torn before that, and then it was just hanging on by a little string. So
when did you get surgery?
January, end of January. So I'm about 3.5 months out now.
Well, the advice I got around that time is you're going to start to feel really good, almost better than you are. It's like a honeymoon phase. You start to feel good, but you're not actually as good as you think, they say. But that was the toughest part, was just being patient. You feel good, ready to go. Even when I was injured, I felt great. Just this friggin' knee. It was like the way it was put to me when Rob had gone through it prior as well. He mentioned it was like, you feel like your body's a Ferrari, but you got this flat tire. So like in the chest, the engine I had was a good Ferrari. I was ready to go, but I was in denial of the flat tire until leaving the octagon, going down the stairs, it buckled again on me. And I'm like, oh shit, I probably should take those crutches.
Damn. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, that's wild. I honestly, I got cleared to box this last week, and I'm like, yes, I feel awesome. I'm so sore. I went way too hard. My physical therapist is going to absolutely kill me. So the fact that you said that is just too funny.
Yeah, it's the truth. It's the hardest part is just being patient, and then the mental battle with that for, about a year or so, so
yeah,
I'm happy to be back. Just grateful to get in the workout. It's funny when you go from the mentality of you have to train to you're able to train, what a shift that is, man, where you could be grateful to just be able to go get a workout in a sweat. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah. Yeah. What did that do for you mentally? Because I feel like it could go one of two ways. Like, you're either constantly thinking about the injury, worried about it, or have you found this newfound appreciation for training?
No, definitely found a newfound appreciation. I always try to find ways to just be grateful of everything every day. Honestly, I try to work on that. I think it's a skill. You got to develop that mentality, that mindset, because people give you a reason to want to hate on them all day if you let them. So I try to just let that be their emotions and focus on myself. But you had said, what was the original part of that question? I had something I want to say on that.
So just the mental aspect of it, you're either gonna constantly think about it, or you're just gonna have, this new appreciation.
The other thing I was going to say was what gave me the most confidence, because I would have been ready to go, like you said, 3 months out, let's go, let's get it. But having that patience, really the time I was able to take off the training wheels, sort of say, with the injury, was when I confided in just professionals that do what they do, and they say, you're ready to go. And then from there, there's no hesitation. It's, all in for me. I had to hear from the professionals, so I knew I wasn't overdoing it. And when they said, they gave me the green light, I was ready to take off the training wheels and just get after it. There was no like, is it going to be, I just trusted the professionals.
Yeah.
You're able to have the confidence in your knee and like knowing you're going to be stable moving forward and all of that.
Yeah, it's just obviously the extreme positions where you're low loaded wrestling, kind of jujitsu scrambles. You kind of work through those just because it's new territory again. But yeah, other than that, and then gaining the confidence through going through the motions and obviously having the right training partners. Like I'm grateful with that. Maybe I don't realize other gyms you might not have that, so you actually got to be a little extra careful.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm around quality guys that are looking out for my best interest, not really trying to win the scramble in the gym. You know what I mean? They're kind of working through things, and I'm fortunate in that aspect. But yeah, now just getting one under the belt, and as soon as I left there, man, I just wanted to get right back in there, obviously because the way the fight went. But hopefully we'll have something again soon.
Yeah.
Is there somebody you want next? Like, obviously you had this super, super close fight with Josh Emmett with a split decision where a lot of people thought you won that fight. You have the fight with Arnold Allen where you didn't really get to show what you can do because of the injury happened. Do you want one of those back next? Or is there something you're looking to?
Definitely frustrating with the way those went because technically I'm 0-3 right now, but I feel like I'm 2-1. I feel like I'm 1-1 with one undecisive. That first round with Arnold Allen, that left hand was coming out fast. It would have been a tough fight, but I would have liked to have navigated through that. And he's looked great in his last performances, man. I give him credit there. He looks sharp, but I would like to have seen what would have happened with that one. As far as who I want next, I never really focus on that, and I could care less, to be honest. Tyson focuses on that, and it's usually which one makes the most sense to climb the rankings. Usually we want higher seeded guys, but as far as who's next, I don't focus on that. Whoever's next is fine. I don't really have a preference, to be honest. It's just about getting back in there soon and just getting another rep. Because even if I had won the fight, it'd be on to the next, to be honest. Like I say, no one cares about your last performance, man. It's always like, I feel like the next one. And that's where all my focus is. So I should have something soon enough, I feel like.
Yeah. And I think it's so cool. I mean, I'm biased, New Englanders. New England fans are just the fucking best. Like they just are. Yeah. And, what do you love most about being able to represent New England? Because like you said, I mean, it's like win or lose, we're ride or die, man. Like if you're from New England, like we ride with you. What does that feel like?
I know that from knowing Bills fans.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Whatever. Patriots fans are no better either.
Yeah.
Boston what does that feel like?
If Boston fans, if they like you, they're going to tell you. And if they don't like you, they're going to tell you.
Right.
So either way, damned if you do or don't. But I love fighting from New England. The weather, the change of season, just everything about it. I don't know. Blue-collar people, hardworking sports fans, they like you said, ride or die, win or lose. And right now we could use some teams to be proud of, although Celtics are holding it down.
Yeah. They're killing it.
Dave,
look at you.
Yeah, all right. Who you got?
Dude, let's see. I'm a New York guy. I was born in New York. I'm a Floridian, but I'm a diehard New York Knicks fan. It's been a hell of a run, but yeah, Boston's going to win the East. I'm a realist here, Calvin. We got nothing but love for you. I'm gonna double down on the New England fan stuff that Maddie was saying, because NEF was they brought me up. I'm a Florida guy. They had me doing some commentating for them, and that was like my first show in the New England area. And I was like, Maddie, this is like insane. Like the crowd was amazing. I was so pumped, and I know Combat Zones this weekend. I want to give all the love to for this weekend. You guys have incredible fans up there in the Northeast. How cool is it to have a great market and somewhere that you can kind of keep on going back and forth for Combat Zone?
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Like you said, I just remember growing up in the area, I had goals of just there was this website that was around for all the guys that had the rankings and shit. My goals were simple, seeing the guys competing on there. First was trying to become fighter of the month, things like that. Climb the amateur, the pro rank. I actually never fought amateur, but I was trying to go to the pro rankings, climbed to be number one. And then seeing those checkpoints, and then all during that period of time watching Joe Lazon, Kenny Florian main event against each other, two Boston guys, just thinking how crazy that would be. These guys are like the main event, both guys from Boston. How cool is that? And then you fast forward where we're at right now, and we're in it, fighting the best guys in the world. And we get to do this, what what a ride it's been to just get to this point. But to say I'm satisfied would be far off. Like I got big goals, and it's just frustrating, man. They don't always go as planned. And when they fall short, I always say it's never because I didn't work hard enough. It's just minor adjustments. And every time we step in there, it's like the Super Bowl. Whoever makes the first mistake, can be really costly. So, just it's wild, man. It's great to see how far the sport's grown, though, to answer your question, as far as being from New England and seeing, first of all, the gyms in the area. I remember I used to have to either go to Derry, New Hampshire, which is like 40 minutes north, or all the way to Boston, which is like 40 south. There's nothing in the middle. And now there's gyms all throughout, and it's really accessible for the next generation. And it's cool to see it grow. And then just trying to motivate and inspire people from around here, show that I made my debut with Combat Zone. It's
Yeah,
cool.
I wanted to real quick. Did you say you didn't fight amateur?
I was going to ask the same question.
Yeah, no. Back in the day, it was just, hey, do you want to go amateur or pro? I'm like, I don't know. You get paid for pro? All right. I'm not even considering that you could do elbows and knees to the head. I didn't even factor that in. I didn't really know much. And
what year was this?
This was 2007, June.
Wow.
June 2007. Wow. So I've been fighting, man. How long is that? That's like, what's that?
You're an old man, bro.
16 years.
A long time, man. So
dude, Calvin is not an old man, Maddie. He's not old.
Sorry, I'm not a rookie, man. I just took a while to get my debut in the UFC 2017. 10 years later, it's like,
wow.
Yeah, it's wild. That's what I try to tell these younger guys, man. They're getting in younger and younger, single-digit fights. I'm like, man, don't ask for it. Just work for it. If you keep winning, they can't deny you, and you're only going to become that much more ready and prepared for the test when you get it,
Yeah.
But instant gratification these days, it's like it's tough. To see that long game, it's not what everyone wants to hear, but at the same time, who wants to make it to that level and then not be ready and then try to work your way back?
Right. Yeah.
So you made your debut in 2007. How old were you in 2007?
18, I think, right out of high school.
What was that like, fighting grown ass men?
Yeah, it was
you
crazy.
Don't even you're still a kid.
Yeah. No, and I never trained prior. I just did wrestling freshman year. So I hopped in. I felt like 6 months later. It's kind of wild. Just the kid I was training with at the time, Dave George. He owned Combat. He was fighting. He's kind of a risk taker. He's wakeboard. He just like does everything, right? And my sister's best friend. He's like, I'm gonna take an MMA fight. I've been training some jiu-jitsu. And we went to go see it at Club Lido in Revere, Maddie, right? Wild back in the day. And then I saw him doing that, and I just finished high school wrestling. I missed the feeling of competing, and I started training with him that following week. And then I was doing good against him, just messing around, to be honest. And I took a fight 6 months later, pro, and then just jumped in. I fought 3 times that year and just been going since.
That's so awesome. That's unheard of now. That is absolutely unheard of now.
Such a good story.
Well, Rob got me beat, man. I told you Rob's story. Rob's got the best story intro into MMA ever that I've ever. I thought I had a cool one, but his is even better. He was delivering pizzas in Tampa, Florida, and he goes and delivers a pizza to a guy who's got like the fights on, and he's doing BJJ in his garage. He's like, "What are you guys doing?" And then he tells them, and he starts training that next week. How crazy of a story!
That's nuts. I did not know that. Yeah. I fucking love that.
Best story I've ever heard.
Oh my God, I have to ask him about that. That is fantastic. There's a great question here for you, Calvin, from Dawson. What are some of the new generation fighters who excite you?
Shit, new generation. It's a good question. I should study the sport more. Who's in the weight classes, all that. I don't really pay attention. I really kind of more around here in the New England area.
Yeah. Well, maybe give some love to some people fighting this weekend. Who is on your radar the most, or who should we be paying attention to this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, a couple of them you might already know of. Our main event is Chris Matino. He fought Sean O'Malley with the green hair. Fight shouldn't have been stopped, but I feel like he's earning his way to get another run. I don't think he's lost a fight since getting let go of the UFC. He must be 3-0 at least at this point. Probably all finishes, honestly, too. Multiple finishes were Combat Zone. So he's our main event. We got Tom Pagliarulo. He's up next as well. He's been going through the grinder a little bit. I think that's someone who's going to inevitably, I think these guys all get back in, but I think he's growing a lot on the local scene, just getting more ready every fight. And then Nick Fiore, man, is a beast. He already got into the UFC, but he had a quick 2-week notice fight, maybe a week notice fight against the number 1 fighter in Poland. Tough fight. Guy beat him up. And then just big muscly guy, and then he had Chase Hooper, who's looking great at 55.
Yeah.
Right. So tough fights.
Yeah.
He got let go, but I see him coming back as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of killers, and I'm excited to see it this weekend. My first Combat Zone show was the last one, and it was fantastic. Like the level of talent was just so much fun to watch. And I mean, I had the best seat in the house. I was right behind the microphone.
Well, we're lucky to have you.
Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
All right, I've got nothing but. I mean, we're talking about the fights, but everyone's talking about Maddie at the show. Honestly,
let's go. She's the best, Calvin. She's the best.
She is.
She's the best.
Don't make me blush, Calvin. Don't do it.
Honest. A lot of great feedback.
Don't do it. No, but I'm excited. What can, like, if this is the first fight or the first Combat Zone experience that they might have this coming weekend, how would you describe it to people?
It's like nothing you really felt or seen, because if you go live, it makes you feel feelings that otherwise you can't get from another sporting event. It's crazy. On the local scene, it's small enough that you'll hear maybe family from both sides of the arena screaming.
Right.
It gets pretty wild, but at the end of the day, if you got the people on the outside screaming, people inside the cage are hugging, it makes no sense. But
it's the best.
Have you ever had a family v family crowd fight?
Oh, no, knock on wood. No, actually, my family, yes. My family, yeah. My family's crazy, man. Yeah, they're wilding, but in Jersey, all over the place. But no, for the most part, I like to say that it was tough kind of working our way to get these arenas and grow. People think it was so taboo back in the day when we were first starting out. Right. And it's great to see UFC on ESPN nowadays. And it's grown so much, the sport, and to be able to see people bring their kids. We're a family run event. My mother's working the front door generally at all these events, and my brother's helping out. It's a family run event. We love to see kids, family, everybody in there. We offer special discounts for the kids to bring them in, and you're seeing a lot of them come in more and more nowadays. And my favorite is seeing the girls and even like older women that you wouldn't be surprised, like, who are you here to see? And no one, just watch the fights.
Right.
I'm like, I just want to give them a hug. I love it. I love the average fan that knows nobody or really not much about the sport, but wants to
they're just coming to hang. They're coming to enjoy the violence. It's great.
My favorite things.
Go ahead, Elle. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say something I had said a couple years ago that I feel like we aren't having to worry about as much as like, oh, local MMA is just dead. Like local MMA is dying. And now we're seeing a handful of fighters like you, Anthony Pettis. You guys are starting local shows. And I think you're giving these fighters tons of opportunity. Like I have struggled to find fights on the regional scene. A lot of other fighters do. What is like the overall vision for Combat Zone eventually, and to keep building local MMA so it doesn't die and we have these feeder shows?
Yeah, like you said, I think it's the opposite. I feel like it's I mean, there's less promotions, but the fewer promotions are thriving better, I feel like. It's got a healthy ecosystem in New England as far as promotions are concerned. We all know the players in New England that are promoting, and we all kind of play well together, to be honest. I'd say great promoters out in the area that are doing that are running successful, great events, and there's a lot of fighters. There's a lot to pull from. So really, it's like there's plenty for everybody to eat and promote and give fights to. But as far as Combat Zone's goals, I'd love to just continue to stretch our legs a little bit. We've had an event in Massachusetts the last 2 years at the Encore Casino, and I love to see us just kind of spread out from there. Maybe another out-of-state show, and then just do events quarterly at each location. Just keep the team a little bit busier and continue to see it grow, and just provide us. My whole goal ultimately is to just provide a stage for guys to compete and get to the next level locally around here, because there are few promotions, just like I did. If it wasn't for Combat Zone, I'd never be in the UFC, and it's changed my life, and I'm just trying to pay that forward. And there's been years where I've lost money or broke even, and it's nice to see where it's at now, where I'm able to pay people and have events that we can be proud of and continue to see it grow.
Yeah.
You spoke about how tight-knit the New England MMA community is. I'm just curious if this fighter is on your radar. We have another New England guy coming on this afternoon, Nate Ghareeb, who I think is one of those guys that might get signed really soon. Do you have any thoughts on him? Have you seen him fight before?
I have. He's fought Tom, who I've told you about. They're actually training partners nowadays.
Right.
Beast, man. It's good to see these guys just break out of their shell a little bit. I feel like sometimes these gyms, they got these egotistical coaches that, they're like jealous ex-girlfriends. They don't want you to leave the house and want to know who you are 24/7 where you're training. It's like, man, it's not helping these fighters get, cross training, because there's not one powerhouse gym around here. So we got to mix it up, and Nate is one of those guys who's mixed it up, and there's no surprise that he's getting his next level opportunity hopefully soon. But he's a beast. I've trained with him a couple times, and more than anything, he's just got the right attitude for training. No egos, hard work, talented kid.
Yeah, very
100%.
talented. So
Also,
Combat Zone, go ahead, Dave.
I was going to say next, coming in literally in 3 minutes, we got Kevin Carrier coming in. He's fighting this weekend for Combat Zone.
Oh.
We're trying to give you guys a lot of love, pushing the scene, dude. Maddie's told me nothing but great things about the show. I'm going to be honest. Maddie's way better than me, Calvin. Like, way better than me.
Well, we got to bring you out. We got to bring you out to compare.
Fly me out, my man. I'm coming. You let me know. I'm coming. I would love to be there. But Maddie's way better than me. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, Maddie's a mainstay, but you can
Much
audition.
prettier.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Earn your spot, Dave.
Yeah.
Earn it. You gotta earn it.
I think I will do okay. I think I can do okay.
We're on the
Maddie's the
CZ 84.
I love it. All right, so 2 more things, Cal. Combat Zone 84 this weekend. How can people watch it?
On combatzone.com, czmma.com, you're able to get a stream link there, or come in town at SNH Arena in Manchester, New Hampshire. If you're local, come check out some fights.
Yeah, and what about the VIP experience? Tell me a little bit about that too.
Oh, that's gonna be a lot of fun. We're really looking to bring in just some UFC guys from around the area, and hopefully out of state eventually too. I'm gonna make that more of a fun experience. But yeah, if they come in, they got it's a catered event, food, and just chance to meet, some of your favorite fighters locally in person while eating some food before the fights, and then throughout the night of the fights, kind of like the Apex shows where they got the behind the apron with the food and the fights.
Yeah.
Really just trying to mimic the UFC, man. They're the best ones doing it, and they're successful for a reason. So just trying to copy the blueprint.
Perfect. And one more local question here. Somebody has a question for you. They want to come in.
We want to know where Betty White is.
Man, where's Betty at? Honestly, in this new spot out here, we're in Salem, New Hampshire, man. We gotta watch out for the Hawks, Bobcats, all this crazy shit, man. So she might be in the house.
This is gonna be the co-main event of the next Combat Zone.
Ross, we gotta bring her to the show, bro. I have to have my mother bring Betty, but cute as hell, man.
We're doing all right. We'll see you, man.
Yo, good seeing you, buddy.
Dude, Frenchies are the fucking best.
We breathe the same, so I got a lot of empathy for those dogs.
Dude.
She's trying to bring me the dog right now. No, she's inside. It's good. It's good.
Damn it.
We'll save it for in person.
Okay. Yeah. No,
I can't imagine having a dog that's a size that could get carried off by a hawk.
Imagine that. Honestly, yeah, I don't know, man. She's a little feisty. They got a low center of gravity. I like to see it. Yeah, I'll be impressed by the hawk if it can pull it off.
That'd be hilarious.
You definitely got to bring the dog soon.
Yeah, Frenchie life is the best life. Calvin Kattar, thank you so much for joining us. I look forward to this Saturday. I'm sure we'll be on and off the phone until fight night. So I'll talk to you soon.
Likewise, good talking to you all. Appreciate you.
Nixon 7, my man. Nixon 7.
All right, buddy. You don't even believe yourself. Yeah.
Thanks,
Later,
Cal.
guys.
Later, brother. Later, man. Calvin Kattar,
love
dude. What a
it.
stud. What a stud.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the best. I'm looking forward to this weekend. It's going to be a good show.
So
It's always a good show. And I'm serious. Like, the level of talent is just like so impressive. And what I like about his show is that they're good matchups. Like, there's no clear A side or B side. Like, so many local shows, you're like, all right, we get it. The red side's going to win. We get it. But
they're
like,
actually there to develop fighters.
they're actually there to put on good shows, develop the fighters, give them their reps. Like, it's run really well. And they have a gorgeous commentator. Like, she is just amazing.
Best. Unbelievably pretty.
Like, she's like a 10 out of 10. So, it is what it is. But yeah.
Look how famous Maddie Levine is. Look at this.
Oh my God.
The halo is around her.
Photo. Is that a Daisy photo?
That is a Daisy photo.
She's the best.
Daisy
The
is
best.
the photographer for Game Bread, and she is fantastic. I love it.
Okay.
Yes, Carly, I am a 12 out of 10.
And oh, so humble.
Yeah, so humble. Damn, what was I gonna say? Oh, speaking of Game Bread, we have that date change for the Jorge Masvidal Nate Diaz fight. We're looking at July 6th now. I hit up our good friend Dean Toole and I bothered him the other day. I slid into his DMs and I said, Dean, I want to work the show. And Dean is, you know, a man of so many words. And he was, I think I said to him, let me know if there's room for me to work it. And he was like, I will. I was like, this
That's
motherfucker.
actually a very long conversation.
Yeah,
for me.
that's good. That's good.
2 more words than I expected, honestly. I expected to be left on red, so I'll take it. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep bothering him until July 6th because
Do it.
I gotta be there. We gotta be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Call him right now. Call him. See if
27 minutes today.
Comes on anymore.
27 minutes. It was the longest talk we've had in a while. Dude, we used to go for hours back in the day before he was too cool for school. You know what I mean?
Dude, call him right now and put him on speaker.
Let's just say we had a good talk. I don't think he's allowed to we're a PG-13 show sometimes, so like I don't know.
You're no fun. You're no fun. I'll bother him later about it.
Let's just say good things are happening.
But I'm excited. I'm excited for that. And I kind of like the July 6th date better anyway. Or I'm sorry, 6th or 7th? 6th?
It's July 6th.
Yeah.
For one, I
like
love that it's not on UFC 302. That's the Grant Dawson day and Dustin Poirier. So that's too much going on. I don't like it's before July 4th though, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Like
But it's George Masvidal. Masvidal loves America.
That's what I'm saying.
It's so perfect.
He's fighting for America.
Love it.
I think it makes
Fighting
sense.
for America.
Jorge Fortimarica. Like, come on.
It's
I love
perfect.
it.
It's perfect. And Masvidal's just going to be even more of a crowd favorite because Nate Diaz is out here pissing off all the fans, walking out of press conferences. This is Jorge's moment.
Yeah, totally.
He's going to come out in red, white, and blue. I hope.
You know, he made the connection with his Ben Askren fight. I guess that was in July.
Same day. No, July 6th. 5 years.
Interesting.
I dig that. I think it's gonna be solid.
Well, the Fight Bananas crew will be out there in Anaheim.
It's gonna happen.
Let's go.
It's gonna happen. Disney Day.
Yes.
I just found out Disneyland was in Anaheim, California, and I texted Dave. I was like, "Did you know?" And he's like, "I had no idea."
Disney World is Florida. Disneyland is California.
I've never been to Disneyland. I've only been.
I have not either. I have not. But
Dawson, I can't tell you anything anymore.
It's Disneyland.
What, Dave? You're the one that can't hold secrets. Don't put it on Elle.
No. Elle told that secret.
Oh, that was a secret?
Disneyland is a secret? Everybody knows that California has Disneyland.
But Fight Bananas going to Disneyland is a secret.
Oh, my bad. You didn't tell me it was a secret. You just said yes.
You got Kevin Carrier coming in
Who gave you guys microphones?
I don't even have a microphone. I had one, but I couldn't get it to hook up to my computer, so it would just sit here and be a prop.
Do you have one of these?
Yeah, I'll grab it. But it doesn't
go get your prop, Elle.
What a show, dude. And also the show is being sponsored by Productive Athletics Club. Go check them out on IG. Go follow them. Ross Levine just did, so we can.
We're so professional. Productive.
I'll have to help you hook it up next time I see you.
Please know that we're very professional. Oh, actually, I do have a hookup for it now. I just haven't used it yet. I don't want to mess with it right now. I'm not going to mess with it in the middle of the show.
No, that's not a good idea.
Fancy.
It does look fancy.
We have a whole other hour.
I don't know
what
they do.
Kevin Carrier. We got Nasty Nate coming on. We got a packed show. Dude, real quick, I know, Maddie, you might have to run. And Kevin's going to be on here any second. I kind of wanted you guys to cross paths because I think you guys are going to see Kevin and his lovely wife, Carly, later. Dude, Ilia Topuria, the UFC featherweight championship of the world, he put out, he's like, hey, I got a date. UFC Spain, it's happening. I got the date. For one, Ilia can't fight on a fight night. To me, he's one of the biggest superstars in the industry. It has to be a pay-per-view. There's only so many open dates. It looks like they're fighting in September in Spain. Am I reading that right? September or October?
That would make the most sense. It would have to be
one of those days.
I think it's like, I know you haven't asked this question yet, but it's like, it's got to be Max Holloway in Spain.
I was just going to say,
and who?
Max Holloway.
Yeah, Max Holloway.
Like
Ilia versus Max in Spain is one of the biggest fights in the ever.
100%.
Yeah, it's huge. And you know who's shitting his pants? Ilia Topuria. I'm telling you right now, that fight that's not an easy fight. That is
Oh, dude,
I
never.
cannot wait for that.
Yeah.
I would love nothing more than to see Max Holloway come back and win
Oh.
him again.
Oh.
Like after we saw him be so close for so long,
Oh, that'd be
getting his belt back, like
yeah,
he's so good.
Talking about coming back, dude, I'm so pumped to talk to him. I talked to him off air. I love talking to people first off air. You kind of like bullshit back and forth. Dude, so his wife is doing stuff for Fight Bananas behind the scenes. An absolute gem of a family. I just absolutely am infatuated with the whole family and the whole crew. He fights on Combat Zone this week in Combat Zone 84, I believe, Maddie. 84, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Coming back
Yes.
from 6-year layoff. So much to talk to him about. Kevin Carrier to the show.
Whoop whoop.
Hello. How are you, Kevin?
How we doing?
What's up, Kev?
Nice to formally meet Maddie and Al. How we
Heck
doing?
yeah,
Dave?
nice to meet you, Kevin.
Doing
I'll
good,
be
bro.
seeing you this weekend. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yep. Likewise.
So-
Yeah, I actually had a buddy fight. I think it was March, I believe. Out there, you commentated his fight, Vinny Iannuzzo. I was in his corner.
Oh,
Yeah,
Vinny.
So that was my first time at a combat zone. Yeah. Vincenzo, I think they.
I think
I know him as
I
Vin.
think we referred Vinny. Was Vinny the one with that incredible knockout? Am I thinking of the right guy?
Yep. The pull to walk
The
off.
pull-
Yep. I
Dude.
think I'm on
Okay.
delay.
So
Am I on delay for you guys?
a little
I
bit,
think-
a little bit. If you're on Wi-Fi, maybe try and get on some Wi-Fi. If not,
No, it's usually better off Wi-Fi, I feel
Oh, it
like,
is?
Maddie.
Oh,
Yeah. But
okay.
we'll see.
I mean,
We'll
you
figure
look
it out.
great, so I think it's all good. It's all good.
So, Kevin,
but-
listen to this funny
We'll go with
story.
it.
So,
You know, Carly
We're-
just texted me saying I was on delay.
oh, the wifey's like, get your shit together.
dude, what a gem Carly is. What a gem. So me and Maddie were at NEF fights it was like 3 weeks ago, Maddie, maybe a month now. Life
Yep.
happens fast. So we're there. So, dude, Maddie's the absolute best. She's the best. And when you get to know her, she's like the biggest bear. She'll give you the biggest hug, the best human alive. But like Maddie's just like, she's just whatever comes out of her mouth comes out of her mouth. She's just shooting shit off. She's the best. So I'm actually commentating with another guy. And like somehow the conversation came up with like one of his friends, and Maddie's like, "Oh, dude, that guy got knocked out or something like that." She tells this whole story. She's loud. She's like jumping on the octagon. She's like,
I was like,
just
he got
living it up.
knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And
It
then
was
my
his friend.
commentating partner goes, "That was my best friend."
Yeah. Yeah.
It was the greatest story
It was
ever.
awkward. It was very
It was so
awkward.
funny.
But we are here to talk about you, Kevin,
Yeah.
not me being an asshole. So you might be
Good.
frozen. I'm not sure. Can you hear us? Okay.
Yep. I could hear you.
Okay,
I
good.
could hear you. For some reason, I lost you for a second. Okay. You know what? I'm back
Okay.
in Wi-Fi now. Can you guys see me?
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
there
you
you
look
go.
great.
You're
You
Is
look
that better?
great.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Maddie,
still a
I
little bit of a
actually,
delay, but
I
it
actually know
might
your
catch up.
husband.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I actually sparred with him a couple times at Lozon's back in, I'd say probably 2019,
Okay.
2020 maybe.
That makes sense. And how did that go?
Better for Ross, as you'd imagine.
Dude,
Is he nice? Like, is he like a good partner? You can be honest.
Oh, he's a sweetheart.
Okay,
A
good.
sweetheart.
Good.
You know, I have no name value or anything like that, really. And he was actually coming to me to try to get rounds. I was flattered. So, it meant a lot to me seeing a Glory kickboxer at the time. This was before karate combat.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And he was always nice. He doesn't break his toys either. You come across some people that will.
Yeah, no, I'll give him that. Like he's just looking to learn from everybody. He's always been a student, so it's really cool. But so excited to have you on today because this fight, I mean, it's your first fight since 2017. That's incredible. So just talk to us a little bit about that layoff and why you wanted to come back.
So I actually, I've never stopped training. I've always put in the work 2-3 days. But life just happens. Life happens. So during that fight, I actually broke my hands. And so I was on suspension, but, I wanted to stay active. So I went and did a grappling competition.
Should I screenshot this lovely still frame?
We lost you, Kev. Man, there he goes. He's back. He's back.
Back?
Yep.
Whoa.
You're back.
Man, it's the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi here is just terrible. I tried getting off it as well. Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Where'd you hear me last? Was it
you said you broke both hands. And then you took a grappling match. I think you said you won the grappling match. Is that?
I won it, but I tore my ACL in the process.
Oh my gosh.
So, fast forward early 2020, I'm trying to get a fight. Combat Zone, actually. Didn't happen. Opponent pulled last second. Then got a fight on NEF, March, I believe. World shut down because of COVID. So after that, Carly and we decided to try our hand at Florida. I was training Sanford at the time. We were out there for a little bit, and we ended up finding out that we were pregnant. So we ended up coming back home, and our son needed surgery, and then we had another son. All the while I still was training, just life just wouldn't allow of it. And now things have kind of, the storm has kind of subsided a little bit. So now it's time to get back to work.
I mean, that's such a real story that I feel like so many people deal with, right? Like life just comes. Like, so you have 2 kids now?
2 kids. One's 2.5. The other is under 2.
Yeesh.
Yeah, sleep isn't really a thing anymore.
God bless you. That is
bless Carly.
That's
God
true.
Bless the wife.
God bless the wife. But talk to me about the emotions you must be feeling about finally being able to return and fight. I mean, that's all you've been trying to do this whole time.
Yeah, I've been trying. It just hasn't worked out. To be honest, I'm not as nervous as I was expecting. I was expecting a lot more nerves. Like, 2020 when I was looking for a fight, and it was a 3-year span. I was very nervous. I was like, I wanted it to be the perfect matchup and whatever. This time it's give me whoever. I don't even care. And as fight week approaches, the nerves are kind of bubbling a little bit, but it's good. If you don't have nerves, you don't care about it.
Exactly.
So it feels good. It feels right. So
I'd be worried if you weren't.
I'm excited.
A little worried,
Exactly. I heard
we just got
George St. Pierre say it back in the day, but I don't know who he took the quote from, but I heard it from George St. Pierre. He said, butterflies are good as long as you allow them to fly in formation. So I just kind of try to piggyback off of that.
Kevin, that's one of my favorite quotes ever. I love George St. Pierre, and he says that quote all the time.
Was it George?
It was. Yeah. It was. It was the best.
To me, that's a Kevin Carrier quote. Now, like Kevin, that's your quote.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought he took it from like Bruce Lee or something.
I mean, maybe he did, but he says the quote all the time, and I just love it. So we're gonna roll with it.
You good, El?
One second.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Hi, Kevin. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to disappear on you.
I think we're all having Wi-Fi stuff today. It's all good.
What happened?
No worries.
You're good, Kev. You're good. We just got done with Calvin Kattar. You hear us? Oh, I think
I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we just got done with Calvin Kattar.
Am I on a delay?
Yeah, you're good. How excited are you to fight under a promotion? Like Calvin is kind of just a Northeast guy, a hardworking, a grit guy, and he's made it to the highest levels. Fight Max Holloway on ABC, so on and so on. How cool is it now to fight on a promotion? Calvin Kattar's kind of show that landscape of how to get to the big time.
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. I'm from upstate New York, and we don't have much opportunity out here professionally. Like we have to travel to go compete. And one of the best circuits to kind of compete in is the New England one. 5-6 hours away, wealth of talent, awesome opportunity. There's always great eyes on the promotions. And to be honest, I feel like Combat Zone's ahead of the pack. So I'm excited to go showcase my skill set on that platform personally.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I was so blown away. My first Combat Zone show was the last one as well. So it was really cool to just absorb it. And like the fans are just like so passionate, which makes it even better. Right. So I do have to get going. My dog is freaking out. But before I go, I just wanted to say I'm excited to meet you on Saturday and call your fight. And I'm gonna apologize in advance if I say something stupid.
Yes. Just good job, Maddie. You apologize in advance.
No,
You're good. You
I
can say whatever you want.
If I was in that position, I'd be doing the same thing.
I love it. Well, guys, have a great rest of the show.
If I was doing commentary, I'd say the damnedest thing. So
I love it. Well, have
Maddie,
a great
you're the
rest of
best.
the show, guys. I love you. Kevin, I'll see you this Saturday.
Later.
Maddie.
It's Maddie Levine, guys. All right, Kevin, let's talk about something really serious.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something that we've talked off air about. Let's talk about Marvel, my man. Like, I loved your run. You were Guardians of the Galaxy, stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
How pumped are you about this new Deadpool and Wolverine movie coming out in the summer?
Yeah, I was worried about it at first since it's going over to Disney. I was worried that it was going to be watered down a little bit, but the previews show the opposite. It looks like the same old Deadpool, except for you know you get the full toy chest at your disposal now. So I'm excited. I don't know if you're a fan of Marvel because you're looking at us like we're dorks over here, but
Who, me? No, I'm a huge Marvel fan. Where's my?
Huge.
Hang on. Where's
Look
it
at
at?
Captain America's right behind her.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to fix my computer while I talk to you guys. That's why my face
can't
looks
see.
like that because I don't know what's happening.
beautiful.
But I missed the whole first half, so I might have missed. I don't know
As
what
long
you've
as I'm
already
not
talked about and what you haven't. But did we talk about like your layoff and just how I figured? Yeah, that makes sense. We'll just talk about Marvel, honestly. Best Avenger, go. Best Avenger. Who is the strongest Avenger?
Best Avenger. Are we talking about? I mean, strongest. I mean, if I have to go off like politics, I guess Captain Marvel. But like Scarlet Witch is definitely the most powerful. But technically, she's not even in the Avengers anymore. So, like.
Sure. But she was an Avenger.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Thor?
No, guys, go. It's got to be Captain.
Thor? Should I go Thor?
It's Captain America.
Yeah, it's probably Captain America. I like the Scarlet Witch answer. I'll be honest.
Like if we're going best morale, Captain America. But
like pure power.
He's getting whooped by a lot of people.
Yeah, it's part of the storyline. He gets whooped, but he looks at the camera. I can take it all day. Comes back. He wins. Come on, it's Captain.
How do you think he'd fare truly one-on-one with Thor or Scarlet Witch?
Scarlet Witch can one-on-one.
I think the force being on that shield, personally.
Yeah, no, it's tough. Remember, the Thor and the Captain went at it for a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Thor, no one can beat Thor. He's another one. Like he's unbeatable.
He's a literal god. You're telling
he's a god.
The lab experiment is beating.
How do you compare with
the Thunder God?
Yeah. Thor would probably win.
Yeah, I don't see it happening. I respect Cap. But calling a spade here. I'm going with Thor over Cap.
We like that. That.
We agree Scarlet Witch probably wins one-on-one. Just about anybody.
Yeah. Personally, I wasn't a big fan of Multiverse of Madness, but like the way she was handling the whole Doctor Strange situation, I mean, she was destroying realities. I mean, she turned Reed into spaghetti.
That's true.
How can you beat that? Kevin, real quick, one last thing for you before we run, man, and hopefully we'll get Elle's computer running and stuff. And I know we're a little bit lagged, but hey, we definitely got to highlight your wife. Your wife has been killing it for us at Fight Bananas already. how cool is it, or how vital, how supportive is it to have a supporting wife in MMA, and she knows it's weight cut week and so much of that nature? How vital is it to have someone like Carly in your corner?
Oh, it's everything. It's everything. She's the reason it's possible. She's the reason that my nerves that I was talking about have subsided. She takes a large load off my shoulders, whether it's with the kids, whether it's with food. She's helped me with I never had a sponsor, so like, you know, just everything. MMA, home, everything, just mentally, emotionally. I'd be, as sappy as it sounds, I'd be nothing without her. So
there we go. Hey, great answer, my man. Kevin, dude. We'll definitely do this again. Let's talk after your win. And okay, yeah. We got another question. All right, Dawson, we'll keep on going these questions. Our guy Dawson goes, what is your favorite thing to do outside of fighting?
It depends on the time frame, but nowadays, you ask me this 10 times out of 10, it's spend time with my family, especially, you know, my 2 little boys. Like, how do you beat that? I prefer that far over fighting, to be honest with you. Yeah. So that's the easy answer.
That's the right answer. I love it. Kevin, man, like I said, dude, big fan of you, big fan of what you got going on in your career, huge fan of your family. Keep on doing it. We wish nothing but the best luck to you. I know Maddie's going to be out there. I wish I could have made it out there. I got a show to do this weekend. If not, I would have flied my butt from Florida. But cannot wait, man. We'll be watching it on CZ MMA. Calvin Kattar told us the website, so we'll be watching it for sure that night. All right, brother?
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys. Hey, maybe the next one's in Florida, so I'll get with you guys later.
Sounds good, Kev. We'll see you, my man. Later, brother.
Guys. Have a good
one. I forgot he delayed for a second. Okay, I think I fixed it. Give me like 2 seconds. Just talk to me. I'll talk to you while I do this.
Dude, hey, everyone in Fight Bananas Land, thank you for sticking with us. Hey, I feel like mine was a tad off. I left. L's thing crapped out, Azamat, but we're doing it. We're live every Tuesday. No other media outlet out there is doing, I feel like, what we're doing. 5 guests today, so we're gonna stay busy and have fun. We got Nasty Nate coming in 10 minutes, so that's cool. Dude, okay, so we kind of hit on it a little bit, and then Kevin came on, so I feel like we kind of cut it short. But Ilia Topuria fighting in UFC Spain. We can all think, we can see the tea leaves. We do think it's going to be Max Blessed Holloway. Elle, if I can ask, is there anyone else? Just say if Max somehow didn't work with the time.
Hang on. Boom. All right. Now we're on the computer. Okay. Sorry. I didn't realize that it was going to echo like that if I opened
you're good. You're good. You're good.
Okay. Yeah. Max Holloway in Spain. What was the question?
What I would say, if there's any possibility, just say Max wasn't ready or injured or something. If there's anyone else outside of Max, who would it be in your eyes?
Who deserves it?
Yeah.
Brian Ortega but like technically they were, I think the UFC wanted Yair Rodriguez to win that fight so that they could do Ilia versus Yair in Spain. I don't think they want Brian Ortega versus Ilia in Spain. I don't think they were planning for that fight to happen. Has he earned it? Technically, yes. Based on rankings, yes, he's earned it. Movsar makes sense. But I don't think either of those fights are remotely as big as Max and Ilia. Like besides a rematch with Volk, really nothing else makes sense to me.
No, I'm with you. Like, it has to be one of those 2 big names, especially to break into the market. Like the first time going to UFC Spain, to me, it's got to be Max, or the second place is a Volkanovski rematch. Like those are the only 2 to me.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I mean, do you think there's a chance that this is the Volk rematch and not Max?
Yes, there's a chance.
Would you be disappointed if it was the rematch?
Same. Yes. Yeah. Like what Max just did at UFC 300 against Justin Gaethje, like he is the hottest name in the industry. It's what happens. And then you ready for this one? We say this all the time. If you came into the year, you wouldn't think, oh, who's going to be fighter of the year? You wouldn't say maybe Max Holloway. But if Max Holloway knocks out Justin Gaethje in the best moment of UFC 300 and then beats Ilia Topuria, the undefeated champion, and wins the belt, like that's one of the best years in the history of the sport.
Oh, yeah. And then just saying, if that happens, at some point next year, we are going to see Max Holloway fight Conor McGregor again.
Whoa!
100%.
Whoa!
Two things have to happen for that to happen. Max Holloway wins the belt back, and Conor McGregor actually fights on UFC 303. If those two things happen and Conor actually comes back, I could absolutely see a Holloway McGregor rematch.
That's funny. Good one.
Looking on short notice. Stop.
Well played, Dawson. Dawson's on fire today. Much love to our guy, Dawson. If you guys hear the intro of this show, that's our main man, Dawson, who gets the job done. Absolute stud. We got so much. Talking about, you ready for something else, El? Kind of breaking news here right now, 1:20. So tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., me and Keelan, we're going to go for an hour live here in Fight Bananas, all boxing. We're calling Boxing Bananas. We got the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul press conference. We got Lomo winning this past weekend. This Saturday, we got Tyson Fury versus Usyk in the a big-time heavyweight main event. So Keelan, myself, 1 hour, Boxing Bananas at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Boxing Bananas. I'll have to tune in so I can learn a little bit about boxing.
There you go. Hey, me too. Me too. No, it's fun, dude. We watched the Canelo fight a couple weekends ago. I thought that fight was awesome. I do feel it. There is a resurgence in boxing right now.
I agree, it's a couple different things, but the number one thing is these young guys like Devin Haney and Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia are actually fighting each other.
Yes,
we're actually seeing the best young guys in the sport want to fight each other, and that is going to do so much for the sport of boxing. Like, I'm excited about boxing for once. These guys, Ben Whitaker has like come on the stage. He's becoming a star. Like, there's just so much excitement surrounding these young boxers.
So true. So that's tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. sharp East Coast time. Me and Keelan will do Boxing Bananas. I got a couple more good topics. I want to wait for him to after Nasty Nate. Nate will come on in 4 minutes. But we're going to do something fun with you, Miss Elle Dawson. Are you ready?
I am so ready.
I have 5 questions. I want the first answer that comes to your head. Are you ready?
Never. I'm never ready for these. I'm so bad. Go ahead.
Who's your favorite UFC fighter to watch right now?
Right now?
Yep.
It's still Max Holloway.
Okay.
It's been Max Holloway for years, and it's still Max Holloway.
The right answer is Grant Dawson, but we'll keep it going.
You said my favorite to watch. I'm always nervous when I'm watching Grant Dawson fight.
I'm nervous too, but Grant and Gillian are my favorite. I'm nervous, but whatever. Hey,
I'm
Grant,
trying.
I got your back, Grant.
If I say my husband for every answer, everybody's gonna get bored.
I guess. All right. So Max Holloway wins.
Okay. Every time I answer a question, it's after Grant, the next answer.
There we go. That makes sense. Do you have a hidden talent or a skill?
I actually can sing pretty well.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's amazing. Okay. I'm going to off air.
I'll send you a video. I'll send you a karaoke video.
Yeah. Oh, I would love that. Like, it's funny you say that. It's, to me, I'm a horrific singer, like horrific. So like people that can sing good, I'm like infatuated with. I'm like, dude, that's amazing. Cause I can't do it at all. You know?
That's how I feel about people who can box.
Man, Danielle Pitbull Mafia. Oh man! All right.
Dawson said chef out. Dawson, I want to be very clear. I am a very average baker and chef. I can make very medium. I can make intermediate level food. Let's be clear on that.
And
right.
dude, Dawson's on fire. Hold my breath during Grant's Julian's fight too, for sure. Okay, what is L. Dawson? What is your biggest fear?
This is weird, and I will explain in more depth if you would like, but being so overweight that I can't move. I legitimately, I think that would be just a horrible way to live. I used to take care of my grandma. So my freshman year of college, I was a caretaker for my grandmother, and she got to a point where she was just so unhealthy that like it was uncomfortable for her to live, and she was miserable. Like she was very miserable at the time, and like I saw that, and I was like, I do not ever want that for myself. So that is like my greatest fear.
Oh gosh. Yeah. The first show being sponsored by a great company, and this is what we give them. I'm sorry. I apologize. We are just off the rails.
So you need to be part of the Productive Athletics Club so that you can stay fit and healthy and live a nice, long, fulfilling life.
I can't wait to get their merch. Dude, I love those t-shirts. Black on black. I love it. All right. L. Dawson, you are you are I know. I love that. Let's just give you an easy one. Okay. What's your favorite day of the week?
It used to be Mondays, but lately Mondays are just killing me. It's usually Monday. Okay. Right. It's like a nice fresh start to the week.
Monday's my favorite day of the week. So there you go. It is. And I love Sundays and I love Tuesdays because of this show, but Monday's my favorite day of the week. Last question for you. This is a biggie.
Okay.
Can you give me the fight result for the main event of UFC 302 Poirier Makhachev?
First round guillotine, Dustin Poirier.
That's the right answer.
On the cage, drops him with a nasty check hook. Ooh. Islam's hurt, takes a bad shot. They're dry because it's the first round.
Oh.
Dustin jumps the gilly, and it's over.
Let's go. I love that. Dude, we kind of mentioned a little bit UFC St. Louis. I know Nate's coming on here in a minute. How freaking good did Chase Hooper look? Dude, we've been talking about Chase for years.
This is I still think that Chase Hooper got into the UFC a little early. I think we saw Chase Hooper learn a lot in the UFC when he could have and probably should have been learning those things on a regional show, you know? But man, he figured it out. So many guys get in too early and then they struggle to try and like put the pieces together against high level guys. And I think his body changing a little bit. He was probably always a little too big for featherweight, but he definitely wasn't big enough for lightweight yet. And now he's starting to get his man body and he's filled out a little bit. He's just looked so good at lightweight.
So good.
Like
so good.
Phenomenal. And especially against a tough guy like Slavaclaus. I will be the first to admit, I remember being on here and I was like, this is a terrible matchup for Chase Hooper. Why are we watching Chase Hooper get knocked out by Slavaclaus? Is exactly how I thought this fight was going to go. Yeah. And he's made so many improvements with his with not just his striking overall, but his fight IQ and his ability to fight smart and not put himself in a ton of danger. Let me check on Nate, make sure he's not having any issues.
I see him there at the bottom, but I don't see him. Okay, so you got that handled?
Yeah, I'm texting him right now.
Sounds good. We'll keep the
our
show
stream
rolling.
is just a mess today.
It happens, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I had the stream on.
There he is.
Really early. There we go. All right, guys, we are so pumped. I talked to Nasty Nate maybe like 6 months ago. It was before one of his wins because I think what is it? A 5-fight win streak this guy's at? Absolute stud. Yeah, 5-fight win streak. Fighting for LFA. Oh no, 3-fight win streak. I'm sorry, dude. I got so many papers here. I got all my notes. But he's fighting for LFA this Friday night. Cannot wait back to talk to him. Train that American Top Team. Friends with L. Dawson. Nasty Nate.
Howdy.
Got the hat
Is this too
on?
blurry? I got the hat on. Always got the hat on.
That's better.
It's very sunny, but you're out there in Anaheim,
right? We're in LA. It's kind of,
LA.
I don't know. It's a weird place for me. I don't know. I've never been. It's like...
what's California like versus South Florida?
Well, it's huge. We got Keith Speed and I took a flight yesterday, had a 6-hour delay, and then we got it. So we got in a little late, and then the Uber drove us like 40 minutes to the hotel that we're staying at for the first 2 nights, and it was pretty. It's pretty huge. Like the guy was explaining all the different areas and stuff like that. I think he said like we passed like Compton and like the South Central. So that was kind of cool. We got to see that, but it was really cloudy yesterday. I guess there's like something had to do with the ocean, so the clouds were coming over in a weird fog. So it's starting to get sunny now, though.
Clearly,
but
yeah.
Definitely, I think I prefer Florida than here because it's I think it's cheaper and it's nicer and it's warm. It was cold here yesterday. It was like
really
60.
okay.
It was like it was cold yesterday. Yeah. So
I guess it's more desert. It's more desert, less tropical.
Yeah, the air is drier here than back home, which I think I actually like the humidity better than I like the dry air. So,
well, good to know you're coming back to Florida. You're not gonna stay
Nate's coming back to Coconut Creek. He's coming back.
Yeah, I'm not staying here. This place sucks. I don't like California.
So I got to ask you something that I've never asked you in person for some reason. Nasty Nate. How did the nickname Nasty Nate come about, and is it an appropriate story for the podcast?
Is this a PG? This is a PG podcast. I wasn't aware of this.
PG.
It's PG-13. All right. I will keep it as PG-13 as I can. No. Basically, like when I was training back home in Massachusetts, I had a team of guys, small group of guys that we were training with. And my coach they just called me nasty. At the time, I was drinking a bunch of raw eggs. So when they wanted me to get to 45 easier, because the first couple times I did it, I was having a hard time making the weight. I started just drinking raw eggs, and I was drinking like 12 raw eggs a day just to get my protein in. And because I didn't want to keep cooking the eggs, and so I was doing that. Like it kind of pertained to my fighting style. Like when I get in there, it's like I'm not. I think a lot of guys see fighting as more of like a sport. Like for me, it's like it's a fight, you know what I mean? Like this is the closest. This is so primal. So for me, it's like that's the approach that I take to my fighting. It's like I'm trying to hurt you in there. I'm trying to make it bloody. I'm trying to make it gruesome. So for me, it's like that's kind of like I got this nickname from my old coach Dan McIntyre. He started calling me Nasty Nate, and then that kind of stuck. And it was my gamer tag at one point on Xbox. So I was playing Xbox, and I just went with Nasty Nate because he called me at once, and then everybody started calling me that. So I was like, you know what? It's Nasty Nate. He's here, and he's here to stay. So it's not nothing crazy.
It wasn't even a bad story.
If it's
no,
handle,
it's
it has to be a nickname. It's
yeah, it's my Xbox handle. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. My wife would probably say that I'm a pretty grotesque human being. I mean, I'm not like the cleanest person ever either. You know, like I can be a pretty disgusting person when I want to be. So it's kind of like an accumulation of things, you know.
It's funny you say that. Calvin was on the show earlier. So Calvin Kattar and Maddie just knew you were on the show, kind of just asked, maybe it was you, El, maybe. But like he actually, remembers a lot of you and remembers your rise. And he's like, dude, it's so cool how, a lot of people from that area or trained there are doing huge things on their own and finding themselves. So yeah. So you started in the Northeast. You're a Boston guy.
So I'm from Western Massachusetts, which is like 2 hours from Boston. But so it's like weird because like it's not weird, but it's like it's kind of like a different area where it's like I think the fighting is bigger where Calvin is, like near Boston in that area. Like the gyms are better. There's more people who are willing to compete. The wrestling was better growing up. Like where I come from, the wrestling wasn't very good. You know what I mean? Like we did okay, but we weren't like we weren't as skilled. We're just more like tougher guys that were like we were just kind of like grittier. I'm more near like. Yeah, I wrestled. I started in my 8th grade year of middle school, and then I continued, and then I wrestled in college for like 2 semesters each year. But like because of injury, I didn't end up like I didn't want to do it anyway. I was like, I hate wrestling. I was just good at it. You know what I mean? Like I was just doing well for where I was, and yeah, I mean, like where Calvin and stuff, Calvin and those guys are from, like it's way bigger than like where I'm from. And so like at one point I was like I was training in the basement, and then I was also going out to like that area, like Joe Lozon's, to get training with guys like Connor Matthews and like Tom Pags and Nick Fury, who are guys I also fought at a time too, because they were like the biggest competition for where we were on the amateur scene in like the earlier part of my pro career. So those are good guys. Those are really good guys. I like them a lot. The Cartel, really, really great guys. I love stopping by and training with them when I get a chance, when I go back home. So.
Oh, you're pointing me. Who's another guy from? Sorry, I thought you were like, I'm gonna say something.
That's our trick. We have like Nate. We have like 2-hour meetings before the show. We're like, hey, when I point to you, that means it's your turn. This is L. Dawson's hour right now. Never mind, I got it.
Absolutely, so Nate. Like my computer just like froze and like kicked me off. Everybody's Wi-Fi has sucked. It's been quite.
Listen, that just makes for a good interview. You know, this is good stuff. You know, we're just working out the kinks right now. That's all part of the process.
Keep you on your toes. Anywho, are there any other guys? You know, Grant, I believe you are like right there for getting signed to the UFC. You were so close to being on the Tough Show. You know, you're right at that cusp. Are there any other New England guys, since that community is so tight knit, that you think are right there that are going to get signed really soon?
Well, I don't know if it's like rumors or what the situation is. Like I've seen different posts about it. I see Mitch Raposo is going back to the Contender Series again. So he's a guy that I definitely could see. I mean, he's a super skilled guy, 125er. He's got great boxing, great wrestling. Like he was young too when he was young. He was only like 22. So like, obviously he's been developing and getting better. And like, I know that a lot of those guys from that gym, as we saw, Connor got into the UFC after last year's Contender Series. And then I know like Tom Pags is still working on getting there, and Nick Fury got a chance, but is making his way back in. I mean, those core guys, I would say, are like the next crop of guys that I can think of off the top of my head. Those are some of like the toughest rounds that I have when I go back there, and the guys that I like would consistently train with when I get the time. You know, those are guys that I look to do work with, because with the team that they have and the skills that they've developed, I mean, they're all really solid guys, you know, and I definitely think that they have a future from New England. So like if they were there, or they're there now, or they're on their way, like those are guys I definitely would keep an eye out for. I mean, Tyson's a great coach, and he's obviously a great mentor. They got Calvin and Rob, who are guys that I've always considered there's 4 guys from New England who've gotten to the UFC and sustained that. And obviously they're ranked guys. They've been doing it forever. And then obviously Lozon. And then I know Charles Rosa was there for a little while, but those were the 4 guys that I had always seen as guys to like look up to, as like they're the anomalies from New England, like guys who went on to not just get to the UFC, but be successful in the UFC and stay there for a long period of time. So I think those guys have obviously like the right coach, the right mentors as they're continue to go through their process of getting into the UFC, and I know Mitch trains there as well. So those are the guys, and maybe Chris Mantino as well. I know he's on a 3-fight winning streak. Winning streak.
He's main event in Combat Zone this weekend. Calvin says he's the main event, and I think he thinks if he wins this weekend, especially a finish, he's going to get that call. You mentioned the Contender Series. If you get on the Contender Series in the 2023, 2024, you're like in the UFC already. Doesn't even care if you win or lose. Like if you're on that show, Dana's like, yeah, we'll sign you. It's just one of those things now they're doing. Nate, is that a way? Would you love to fight on the Contender Series this upcoming summer?
Honestly, man, like I will take anything.
Okay.
I just give me one opportunity. That's all I ask. You know what I mean? Like, because I've seen all these guys that I'm naming other than Tom. And again, like Tom's got time to develop. All these dudes have gotten opportunities. They've either gotten short notice, Ultimate Fighter, like from where I'm from. And like, how am I the only fucking guy that hasn't gotten a chance? Sorry, that's not PG-13. I think I get one F-bomb, right?
Fucking bring it, Nate. Come on, let's go. Come on.
This is the issue. Okay. Like, how am I the only guy that hasn't gotten an opportunity? I'm 9-2. I finished 8 opponents. Like I'm the only guy that's having to go to LFA to go across the country. I'm like, I train at the best team in the world now. Like I left my home. I'm training with legit the best guys in the world. And I'm still like, you shaft me from the Ultimate Fighter. I don't get a shot on the Contender Series last year. I'm watching future journeymen and bums, can crushers get on there before me. That's bullshit. Like I show up and I fight every single time. Like, period. Like, I show up to hurt people, I show up to win, and I always find a way to finish my opponents, right? Like, that's the thing. The last 2 guys I fought had never been finished before. I'm the only guy to finish them. The guy that I beat 2 fights ago went on to beat Don Shanis, the guy I was supposed to fight, and he finished him in the 3rd round. Like, if that doesn't tell you how good some of the guys that I'm fighting are, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, some of these dudes are literally beating cans. So, like, the whole career. Like, I fought like tough guys. Like, I fought Cody Law, I fought Tom Pags, I fought the last 2 guys that I fought were like really solid guys. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Now this guy obviously is another tough opponent. Like, I just keep incrementally fighting tougher guys, and like, to me, it's like, listen, like, I know I can beat this guy. I know I can finish this guy, and that's my intention to do. I know any of you guys haven't asked about that. I'm just saying this out loud because my goal is to get to 10-2. Like, 10-2 is a great record to have. You've shown a lot of experience, a lot of cage time. I think like I've clocked over 2.5 hours of cage time as a professional. You know what I mean? Like, between my amateur and my pro career, it's gonna be my 21st or 22nd fight in a cage. You know what I mean? Like, I had hundreds of wrestling matches as a high school and a couple in college. Like, I'm a competitor. I show up and I do my job. So like, I just want them to give me one opportunity. And I thought I was getting that with the Ultimate Fighter. Again, it's not the end of the world. It is what it is. Like, I think in the long run it'll be better. But if a short notice comes up, like, I'll obviously take it. If a Contender Series opportunity comes up, like, they'll probably try to sign me for the Contender Series. Like, preferably I'd like to just be in the UFC because I think I'm ready for the UFC.
Right.
But if just give me one opportunity, I don't give a fuck where, when, who. I really don't care. Give me your toughest guy. I don't give a shit. Just put me in there. Let me show you what I can do. I guarantee you I will not disappoint you.
Cut it up, make the real Dave.
Cut. That was it.
Nasty Nate calls out everybody.
Yeah, I love that. I actually had a good question, but Grant Dawson has a funny question, so I'm going to go with Grant. He is tougher and stronger than me, so I'll go to Grant. Grant Dawson goes, question for Nate. What's with the Jeffrey Dahmer glasses?
Yeah, so I had a pair of glasses that I had gotten like a couple months ago, maybe like earlier last year, and they don't fit under my cowboy hats. They do this, or they do this. And so when I was going up for the Ultimate Fighter, I was like, I need a new pair of glasses. And I was like, I'd seen a pair of them. They were like Gucci ones at like a Ken's Eyewear. And I was like, I'm obviously not going to pay for those because they're like really expensive. But I went to Costco. Yeah, I stole them. I stole these Gucci glasses. No, I went to Costco and they had the like a knockoff brand of them. They're Stetsons, which I'm pretty sure the same company that makes cowboy hats. One of the best, by the way.
I have Stetson jeans. Very good jeans.
Dude, Stetson is top notch. So that's like the fight hat that I walk out with. This is just my media hat, but my fight hat is a Stetson. It is a classic. I got it in Colorado. But yeah, the Dahmers, man. I mean, it just brings out personality. It makes you feel more like, yeah, I'm ready to murder this. I'm ready to murder this person. So we're here. You know, we're here to butcher this guy. So it's just a classy way of living. You know.
How did you how in Western Massachusetts did you end up loving all things cowboy? I've seen your cowboy hat collection. It's huge.
Yeah, I don't know. Like when I was younger, my dad did a lot of traveling for business when we were kids, and he brought us back when we were kids, like cowboy boots, like little cowboy boots and like little cowboy hats. And then when I was in college, like I've always been like a fan of cowboys. I think just like growing up as a kid, like I was always like, and I don't think like cowboy, like I'm wrangling horses and like, cause I don't ride horses. I'm not what you would call a cowboy. People call me a cowboy. I'm like, I don't ride horses. I don't wrangle, but yeah, like an outlaw. Exactly. That's the thing. It's like, I've looked at life as like, I want to do things on my terms, and I've lived a very nomadic life. Like obviously, like I was in Massachusetts, like I was born in Arkansas. I went to school in West Virginia. I've like traveled all over the world. Like I was in Thailand, been all over Europe. Like I'm just a nomadic dude. Like I'm just and there was a time like I've gotten sober over the last year, but I was pretty much like, I was a wild man, you know what I mean? For a long time. Like I was just like, kind of just lawless, you know what I mean? That's what people would kind of explain me as. And like, I've focused, you know, like I'm more focused now than I've ever been. But yeah, like I don't know. I've always been like a huge fan of that. And Cowboy Cerrone is one of my favorite fighters of of all time. Like with the Muay Thai and the kicking and the his style was something that like I emulated for a long time when I was coming up. So yeah, I think it's just like, I don't know, it's just kind of like who I am. I think it's just like a free spirit, like a wild person, just love to live life in the fast lane. And it just kind of speaks to like that, yeah, I guess like outlaw would be more appropriate if we were to name me something.
So Nate, in our 2-hour meeting before the show, we were talking with Elle and Maddie. I'm like, guys, we had 5 guests, huge show. Always, we love it here. We're lucky at Fight Bananas. But I was like, guys, I can't wait to talk to Nate. Like I talked to Nate, maybe 4 or 6 months ago. Just great interview, funny, can talk. I was like, dude, Nate's gonna steal the show. You are my man. You're absolutely crushing this interview. So hats off to you. One thing I do want to say, I want to say this now for 15, 18 minutes. I see something across your chest. I didn't know. And how the game goes. It's kind of funny how different stuff. Are you under the Dominance umbrella?
I am, yeah. Yeah, exactly. There was so I don't know, it was like right before the Dan Dubuque fight back in 2022. I had a few managers had reached out to me. One of my current manager now is Christian Fernandez, and I chose to sign with him, who's working with he just newly started working with Dominance. And then I signed my contract last July, and so now I'm working with Christian and Ali. So I mean, they're in my opinion, they're one of the best management companies. Like for the longest time, I think they had like a 74% winning rate. They have like some of the most like ranked guys and champion. You're talking about champions, like Kamaru Usman, Khabib, what's his name, Henry Cejudo, and Makhachev now, Gilbert, like some of the best names in MMA. And it just seemed like, obviously, like Ali's been doing this stuff forever. He knows what he's doing. He's been, I have a lot of respect for him. And so it was a no-brainer to sign with them and begin working with them. And I'm super grateful to be working with them. And I want to be that next guy, to come out of there and be, especially the next American guy, to prove like we still fucking got it here, like we still got it. The Americans we are not, don't forget about us, man. Like we're here, like I said, we're here to bang, we're here to have a good time, we're here to fuck people up. And I think people forget about that. I know there's like this huge Brazilian wave right now, but we still got this, we still fucking got it, man. And I'm here to show these motherfuckers what's up.
On that same topic too, obviously you have the wrestling background, but when we see you fight, you're, like you said, you want to cut people open, you want to hurt people. I've kind of noticed that we're seeing less and less wrestling champions as of late, like Sean O'Malley. Obviously, Ilia Topuria can wrestle, but he also can knock people out. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think there's a changing of the guard coming? Is it about to be the season of the strikers?
I think we've seen I would say for the like last 5 years or so, we've been seeing like this evolutionary change. I think especially like you see the guys like Wonder Boy come over from like a karate background and like learn like good anti-wrestling, like Leon Edwards. And then, now you have your Sean O'Malley's and your Topurias. And it's like, I think, well, first of all, it's like people, I mean, like it's MMA it's MMA, right? Like it's all part of like, you want to be able to grapple and everything, but people, like casuals don't understand grappling as well. It's easy to understand. Like I throw a punch, I knock the guy out, everybody goes nuts. Like if you're at a hockey game, a fight breaks out, that everybody pays attention. You're at a show, a fight breaks out, everybody pays attention. You know what I mean? Like you fists start getting thrown, like that's like baseball. Guy gets hit with the ball, dude sprints out, starts fighting, everybody's paying attention. People aren't even paying attention to the whole 9 innings, but like guys start throwing fists, people start paying attention. And I think that like it's just humanly ingrained in us to like pay attention to that aspect of violence, is just like getting into a fist fight, like throwing knees, elbows, kicks. Like it's more, in my opinion, it's always been more entertaining. So I think it just draws more attention to like just casual people, like us as martial arts fans, like we love all aspects of it. But if you're trying to bring in like if you're trying to get attention to like some Joe Schmo, like some guy, like he's going to want to see you knock some fucking dude's head off. He wants to see blood. Like I know I hear people say, oh, I don't want to watch MMA. Sometimes it's too violent. Like I have family members, like I don't think people don't want to watch it because it's too violent. I think they're afraid of what it's going to make them feel. That's why they don't like to watch it, because it's going to bring out that animal. Everybody has that in them. We all have it in them. Every fucking guy thinks he can fight. Every fucking guy thinks he's a big bad man until he gets fucking punched in the face, right? Like every guy thinks he can fight, and it's rooted in our DNA. So I think, yes, to answer your question, I do think like it's been moving that way in the last like 5 or 6 years, where you're seeing a lot of these guys learn, like we're starting to figure out like, oh, wall wrestling, like we can just use the wall to get back to our feet. Like we don't need to like like George St. Pierre used to take guys down in the middle of the cage and the guys would just lay in guard and he would just like hold them down and like kind of lightly ground and pound them. Like now guys are like, oh, get to the wall, get up. And now it's like, it changes the whole dynamic. Now it's not like some dude trying to dry hump me for 15 minutes and it sometimes can be a snooze fest, but like not for us. Like we love it. Like I don't mind it because it's like technical. I see the technique in it, you see the technique in it. It's great. But some casual guy, some average dude's like, he doesn't get that shit. Like he's not smart enough to understand. Like he doesn't care either, you know, and that's fine. Like, but I, you know, like I don't know. I feel like this has been coming for a while, and yeah, I think it's in that headed in that trajectory for now. I mean, this is where the sport's evolving to, and I think you need to be a really good striker. You know what I mean? Because you can't always get the takedown, and I think it's a good thing to have in your back pocket, like being able to like I always say emphasize damage. You know, like that's what the judges score. You know, like you're seeing guys lose fights now. They'll take guys down, control them, and still lose. Yeah, because guys are like elbowing and hitting and throwing up submissions and all this shit. And it's like, dude, it's confusing. But one thing I've known for the last couple of years is like the objective of this fight, as far as like scoring goes, is damage. So how can I put damage on these guys? You need to strike them. You need to create kinetic energy, and you need to hurt these people. That's what fighting is. Like there's a martial arts aspect and a respect thing to it, but at the end of the day, I think overall, the most important thing is how can I hurt this person and get them out of there before they do this to me.
Nate, dude, you're the man. You're so true. I love this story. Dana White said it, and like I've kept it. I probably said it 8 times. Think about it. If you're at a high school and you're like, hey, look, there's like 4 guys playing basketball over there. Like everyone be like, whatever. Oh, guys, they're going to start a football game. They're throwing it back and forth. And then you're at high school and you say, look, there's a fight. Like a massive crowd will run to it. Men, women, babies, old people. They're like, wait, I got to see what's going on. And there's just nothing like it. You're so spot on. Quick last thing for you. I know you've got to run, and we'll run here in a second. When I saw your Tapology, just a couple of different things went through it. Yeah, I totally forgot her. I didn't know, Nate. I apologize. I didn't know you fought Cody Law in Bellator a while back. I know Cody's an ATT guy, and I know he doesn't go there as much probably as you at Coconut Creek. But do you guys see each other? Do you guys bullshit or joke around about that fight? That was an old school nasty Nate. That's not 2024 Nate. Would you ever love to get that one back? Or you guys teammates now? Or, so on and so on.
No. Cody's a cool guy. I like Cody a lot. He actually, of course you always want to get that one back. But like at the end of the day, like he's helped me out a lot. He helped me get into ATT. And he's been nothing like since that fight. Like we stayed in touch. Like he would always hit me up after my fights. I'd always hit him up after his fights. Like always congratulate each other. Like we kept up with each other. And he was able to get me in and help me out and like help me navigate the gym. So no, he's become a good friend of mine. Like I haven't seen him in a while. I wish he would come back so we can train again together soon. But no, Cody's a great guy, and honestly, like that fight, it taught me a lot. Like a lot of things changed after that fight because of the way that it went. And so I'm nothing but grateful for that fight. I'm way better of a fighter now because of it. And that was that was both our 3rd pro fight. So like to take that type of a fight at that stage, and like most guys don't do that. So to be able to I went 15 minutes with the guy, like it was he obviously took me down, but I was still able to stay safe and put damage on him. So like, and again, nothing against him. Like obviously, like I try to hurt my opponents. I'm sorry, that's just who I am. But like at the end of the day, like I was able to, I found out a lot about myself in that fight, and I was able to make the adjustments necessary so that I could be the fighter that I am today. So I'm no, I wouldn't want to fight him again, but just because of the things that I gained from that fight. You know what I mean?
Very cool. Very cool. Fun last one. Just kind of hit my head when you're wearing that dominant shirt. 3 weeks from now, I believe, or no, maybe even 2 weeks from now, UFC 302 in the main event. Are you leaning for Islam Makhachev, or are you leaning the American top team, the legend, the American Dustin Poirier? I'm sorry to put you in a tough place, but that's a tough one, my man.
I feel like they have to understand my position with this whole thing, right? Like, here's the thing, like, I feel like Islam is a great champion. He's done a lot of great things. Like he's obviously like I don't know him. I've never trained with him. I don't know him. Obviously, I respect him. I respect what he's done. But Dustin's is a teammate. Like I don't train with him. I've trained with him once, but he's a teammate. And like obviously, like I'd love to see him win the title. Like he's been doing this forever. He's a guy that like he won the interim belt, but he never like became like the unified champion. Is that what you call it? Unification, whatever.
Undisputed.
But like undisputed. And I would love to see that happen for him. You know what I mean? Like he has fought the who's who, and he's another guy. He puts vicious damage on people. Like I can't not love that. And I know Islam does too, but like Dustin his fucking hands are so good. Like he's a great fighter, and I have a lot of respect for him. And like I would love to see him win that title and like get that opportunity for himself. You know, because I feel like he's earned that. You know what I mean? Like he is a legend. He will go down as a legend. Like he is, whether he does it or not, like he will always be a legend, and people will remember his name. But I would love for him to if he gets the guillotine, like I don't know, like I'll lose my shit. But like
Round one, Gilly.
I'll just say this, like when I was in Vegas with the guys at the Ultimate Fighter, the guys that got like cut, we left the hotel. We weren't supposed to. We left and we went to a bar down the street and on the strip, and we watched the fight, when his last fight against the French dude. And
Benoit Saint Denis.
Yeah, Benoit Saint Denis. And when he knocked that dude out, that place, like everyone, me and Jonathan, who was another teammate of ours, we were like hugging each other and screaming, like the whole place erupted. And like that is a special moment in sports. You know what I mean? Like that type of thing where you can get an entire people from, we don't even know any of these people. He doesn't know these people, but they're going nuts. He just like made their night. That electricity that he can bring, like that is something, like I don't know, like I want to see him win the championship. I do. I think he's earned that spot. I think he has a good chance of beating him, and I would love to see it. It's just, I think it's going to be one of those sports moments where it's like you never forget it. You know, you don't forget where you were, who you're with, like the time, like so. Yeah, I mean, obviously respect Makhachev, and you know, like, but I don't know. Dustin's my teammate, and he's
finished the story.
So
he's got to
finish the story, and I believe in him. You know, I believe in the team. I believe the team we train in, and the people that we're surrounded by. So, like, I just think it would be a beautiful, beautiful moment. So, that's my take,
dude. That's a great take, Nate. Dude, I'm telling you, I'd do it. Like, Nate's one of the best talkers in the business, dude. I cannot wait for people on the main stage see you, dude. I think people are going to love you. They're going to love your fight style. Like I said, you can talk like the best of them. I've interviewed everyone. We have had Poirier on 2 weeks ago, and everyone in between. I'm telling you, for 6 months, I'm like, dude, Nate is a great interview.
Nate's going to kill it on the mic.
Yeah, kill it. Absolutely
kill it.
Dude, last minute, Nate, you have it, my man. Anything you want to push, plug, anything you want to sell, you got a sponsor, you want to make $500, go for it.
Drop a follower question, because I want to know too. Can we?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. What would you say, Al? I didn't hear what you said.
Drop one of our followers.
Dawson goes, could we see Nasty Nate and bare knuckle MMA?
I would love to do that. Yes. That's
wow, Dean Tool.
Yeah, I would love to do that. Whether it's MMA or the boxing, by the time my career ends, I definitely want to do it. There's a bunch of things I want to do.
Calling right now.
Tie, bare knuckle. I would like to do the boxing and the MMA. And I'd also like to do the Thai boxing with the hand ropes, with like back in like Thailand where they wrap the hands in the rope. So those are things that at some point I definitely would like to do. I'd like to go back to Thailand and do some Thai fights as well. But this is like, you know, let's get through this first.
In the future.
I'm trying to call him right now for you.
I got to get to the UFC first, but we'll, if they don't call me, they can call me. If the UFC is not going to call me after this fight, like, listen, I'm fucking down.
They got zeros at the end of the check, Nate. They put zeros at the end.
There's one thing that I always say: if the money is there, we do not care. So you can definitely count me in for that. Violence, if that's the most violent sport that's what is the most violent game. What do they call it? The most violent sport
on earth.
Yeah.
Then I want to be a part of it. I want to showcase my skills, and I want to be as violent as the most violent guy there. So I'm definitely there. if they have an opportunity for me, I would take it. And if the money's there, we do not care for sure. Absolutely, no question about it.
Let's go. Hey, I know you got good agents at Dominance. I'll take 5%. That's all I want is 5%. We'll get you a little 30K hit on it, and Dominance. We'll split it. Come on, we're all.
Sounds good.
We're all people.
It's fine. That sounds good.
I interrupted Nate. Dave's last question, but yeah, please shout out any sponsors, anybody else you want to thank, all that jazz.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, yeah, I definitely want to shout out to the Smithsonian Chowder House. They're always representing me, always hooking me up. I got my want to thank. I gotta see. This is the problem. I always forget. I should write down my sponsors list because I have a few, and then I start overthinking the process. But let me just pull up my list. But while I do that, I want to thank my my wife first and foremost, because she makes this journey so much easier. She's always there to support me. She's always there to she's just there, you know what I mean? And she's one of my biggest supporters. And she came out with us to California, and I don't know where I'd be in my career without her. She's helped me navigate helped me to redirect my life in the direction that it needs to be in order for me to be a successful human being. So first and foremost, I want to thank her. I also want to thank my parents, because they have also been a part of this journey since day one. Even though they don't like fighting, they have supported me. They have helped me. They have anything that I've needed. They have always been there to help me out. So I'm always super grateful for them and what they do for me. And then give me 1 second. Let me make sure. I just want to make sure I get everybody.
No, you're good. I will shout out Allie as well. Nate's wife is. They live 5 minutes away from us, so I see her several times a week.
Are we gonna do a big watch along, like maybe UFC 303? We'll do a big watch along. All of us, you guys have to travel up here into the studio. We'll pay you guys. Oh wait, Dean's calling me back. You want me to answer this live?
It's up to you, man.
What's up? Hey, we're live right now. We're live. We called you. We got Nasty Nate, dude. ATT monster. He's 9-2, Dean. He says he wants to fight Game Bred Bare Knuckle, but he just says we need some zeros at the end. How are you feeling right now? We're live.
Zero. We're zeros at the end of. Okay, how much does he want to make the fight?
How much you want to make the fight, Nate?
What is he? I guess it would have to depend on what they think I'm worth. I don't know. I would have to talk. Let me talk with my manager. Let me talk with my manager first, because I don't know. I have to talk with my manager first to handle this.
He wants to know. He goes, "How much you worth?"
Nate? I think I could make a show for 30 and 30.
30 and 30, he says.
Nothing, Dean.
We live, dude. We live.
There will be blood, Dean. There will be blood.
His name is Nasty Nate. ATT prospect. Come on. Jeez. All right.
All right.
All right, bro. You're the best, man. Thanks for answering the call. Okay.
Bye, Dean.
He actually went silent on me. I don't know. I think I got bad studio stuff, but Nate, hey, we maybe got you 30 and 30, brother. We maybe got you 60. Hey, dude, Allie's gonna love us.
That's what I was like, aim high, and just gotta aim high. That's the biggest thing. Aim high.
Dude, absolutely.
But
what I was saying before, I was really interrupted by Dean Toole, the promoter of Game Bred Bare Knuckle. Yeah, we would love to have all four. He's actually calling me back. Jeez. We've been out for over 2 hours with the crazy technical difficulties.
Oh my god.
Hey, you hear us? We're live.
All right, dude. Sorry.
All right. He goes 10 and 10, Nate.
15 and 15.
15 and 15, Dean.
No.
Oh man.
Aim high, shoot low. 10 and 10, we'll take it.
He goes, he takes it. Never mind, he takes it. He's fighting LFA on Friday. Gotta watch him on Fight Pass, Dean.
So I'm gonna give him a three-fight deal.
3-fight deal? How much we ask?
Oh, how much are you getting paid there? Because it ain't 10 and 10.
He goes, is LFA paying 10 and 10?
I probably can't disclose, but it ain't 10 and 10, so I'll take it.
All right, man, we're live. Hey, he wants you on a 3-fight deal. He says a bonus is. Oh man!
What did he say? I can't hear.
He said he knows exactly what you're making. Oh my God. All right.
Aim high. That's it. That's the goal. Aim high.
He
See what
says
happens.
he's gonna look you up, man. He goes, he's a big fan of you. He's gonna give you a call back later. All right. He knows your team.
Sounds good.
He's a part of Dominance team. We gotta go, man. We're live. We've been live for 2 hours.
What other show in MMA media do you get to watch deals be made?
Dude, I'm trying to make our main man Nasty Nate 30-30. That's what we're trying to do. That's what we do for
I
people.
appreciate it, man.
That's
This
what we
is
do
a
for
great
people.
show.
Dude,
It's a pleasure to be here, to be honest.
Other shows are trying to gotcha their fighters all the time. They're trying to like sucker them in to say something bad. We just want to promote people and give them money. That's what we do here at Fight Bananas.
I appreciate that. I respect your game.
Hey, thanks, bro. Thanks, man. Hey, he says he's close with Dominance. He's going to give him a call. Hey, just win on let's get the LFA win. Maybe you'll be in the UFC, but hey, maybe 30-30. We'll take it easy. Dude, you guys, Nate, you're the best, man. We love talking to you. Yeah, let's talk after the win. Let's talk really soon. L and Grant says nothing but the best thing about you guys. So definitely Fight
Thank you, guys.
for sure, brother.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate the
All right,
time.
Nate. We'll talk to you soon, brother. Later, dude.
All right, take care.
All right, there we go. That was one of the most craziest shows we have ever done, El Dawson. Like
that was chaos. Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God.
I'm sorry. Let's see if Dean said anything back. He says he's going to talk to Dominance. The Tide raises all ships here on the show. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, Productive Athletics Club. We're going to do better for you next week. All right. Hopefully we got a lot of eyes on your IG. I can't wait to wear their shirt. Hopefully next week. But we'll do better. We'll do better. Any last words? Are we done? I got nothing else.
I was done like 15 minutes ago, I think. No, thank you guys so much for hanging in with us through Wi-Fi and computer technical difficulties, and just we appreciate y'all. We could not do this show without you guys.
Yeah, they're the best.
We'll get some cool giveaways coming y'all's way again soon. We've got a lot of fun doing the giveaway with Dustin. I'm dropping that t-shirt off today.
Nice.
The guy who won it happens to be like 10 minutes from me. So how cool was that? We love our South Florida people. Happy to have you guys.
Yeah, I think we're actually going to do a giveaway. Carly said we're going to do a giveaway. We just got to 440,000 followers on Facebook. Woo! Oh, damn, it just got back, guys. Missed it all. Hey, Calvin, the timestamp, Calvin Kattar came on around the 30-minute mark. So 30-minute mark. Go back an hour and a half. Watch Calvin. He was awesome. Calvin Kattar was great. We had a ton of technical difficulties, but we went on for 2 hours and 8 minutes for you guys because we love you guys. Myself, L. Dawson, Maddie Levine. Then we had Azamat come on early. We had Calvin Kattar, UFC legend. Could be a UFC Hall of Famer one day. Calvin Kattar came on. We had our guy, Nasty Nate. How about Kevin Carrier? Dude, I love this guy, Kevin. He's awesome. Great guy, great dad, great husband. We love it. So, Sean, all right, we get it, Sean. We get it. The Celtics are great. The Knicks are on a magical run. You know we got the injury bug. Sean, the Celtics are going to win the East. Much love and respect to you. But come on. We sent you a hot sauce. Can you be nice to my Knicks for a day or two, Sean? Gee whiz. All right. L, I'm out of here. Thank you to Productive Athletics Club. They're our sponsor today. Sean, go follow them on IG for us. We got nothing but love. We're going to see them all month long, but they were the official sponsor of today's show. We're out of here. I'll see everyone tomorrow at 9 a.m. Keelan and myself, Boxing Bananas, tomorrow at 9 a.m. We'll see everyone sharp. Later, guys. I pushed